See that? It's true. All right, let's see what you got. Zucchini target. Good girl. Oh, we're killing it. That's cute.
You go up. Good girl.
Good, and she's holding it longer too. That's really good. She's like, oh, me.
Here, see if she'll target to you.
Okay. Can you do it? Can you target? That was so cute. Oh my God, I think you're the cutest. That was so good. I'm so proud of you. That's so stinking cute. I'm doing it again. Okay. And target. Didn't look like a good job. I got so distracted. Good work, sister.
Yeah, man.
They're seriously cool animals.
She peed on you again?
You can clean that.
You're in for it today, Sean. Look at that amazing hydration that she has.
Yes.
Oh, look at her little face. We have two shingleback skinks, one called Spike and one called Vegemite. I call Vegemite Big Daddy just because I really enjoy giving animals little nicknames which help me connect with them on a more personal level. They both came to us from a different institution, and it was very apparent within the day that they arrived that the big guy seemed pretty good, pretty normal, and seemed ravenous for food. And Spike, the little one, was fairly thin. And one of the things that the staff have noticed is that she really doesn't take in a lot of food compared to the big guy. I'm just worried she's going to continue to not eat and potentially waste away. So we need to figure out if there's something else going on with her. Incredibly rare, not a common species that you see in zoos and aquariums. So let's do the little one real quick.
Come.
And then we'll do the big guy.
Yes.
Today we're going to be doing the barium comparative study. We really want to try and compare how big the stomach is in the so-called normal skink versus Spike. So I'm gonna mix a bit of food, just a tiny bit, to get the thickness, and then mix barium, so it'll be a nice consistency. Barium is commonly used to highlight structures that are within the GI tract on X-rays. So it looks very, very white on an X-ray, so it's really easy to see where you put it and also how long it takes to go out of the system. Super adorable little girl. She's adorable. All right, little one.
Barium test would give us an idea of how large the stomach actually is to understand if this is an animal that can consume the right amount of food to gain weight.
Look at her cute little hand. Look at it. Shingleback skinks are really, really cool. They are called shingleback skinks because of the shingles on their back. They're a lizard species that kind of look like the top of a roof with all of the shingles overlapping. There's very few shingleback skinks in zoos and aquariums, so there isn't a lot of data out there on this species. All right, Daddy-o.
Vegemite.
Big Daddy. He's just super cute. Oh, man, this is a very different animal.
Yeah, it is.
Very different.
It's like Jabba the Hutt.
Isn't he cute?
Really cute and dense compared to that one.
Chunky.
What our big step is now is we just want to know, is her internal makeup the same as Vegemite? Vegemite, we feel, is fairly healthy animal. We know that he's packing on weight. We know that he's consuming food, but we want to be able to understand, is internally, are they the same?
That's better.
Our next step here is we'll do a couple more x-rays. We'll be able to see if there's movement with the barium to get a better understanding of how far this barium's moving through the body. And not only show us where the stomach sits in Spike's body, but also to what size.
Another reptile mystery closer to being solved.
306.
Good.
Hey, buddy, you want to come with me and Jan to take a look at Lulu?
Yeah, 10-4, I can do that.
We'll meet you down here at the barn.
I'll meet you guys down there.
This dang virus was supposed to go away in summer.
Yeah.
Your kid's going back to school? Is your wife's school opening?
I don't know.
Yeah. Lulu, our giraffe, is pregnant with her second baby, and due date is coming up. She's starting to get a little bit of milk in her udder and having some other signs of being close to giving birth. So Kurt and I are going to go out with Adam and just have a look at her and see how close we think she is.
She is getting close. I was off for like 4 days, and I came back, and I could see a heck of a difference. The front teeth's bagging up.
Oh, she's big, isn't she?
Oh, my. See how far out her bulb is?
Oh, my goodness, girlfriend.
Don't worry, you guys just stay there.
Yeah, well,
I'll get the gate.
If you could get this gate for us,
Yeah, no problem.
we'd hate to get out. It's hot out there.
The giraffe infant mortality rate really is pretty high, both in human care and in the wild, believe it or not. So we are still going to watch this baby so carefully and watch her so carefully just to make absolutely sure we're doing everything in our power to have her be successful. How long's her udder been big?
A week or week and a half.
Okay. She's still eating well and behaving normally?
Yeah, she's still doing all the normal stuff.
Well, at least we have more control here. If we have to, she's a barn baby, we put him in the barn.
Yeah.
Is it too much to hope that maybe this is a girl?
Yeah.
Oh, it is?
I don't know if you're looking for honesty or just some wishful thinking. I'm telling you what, man, Raw is just, he's batting 1,000.
Our bull, Raha, has given us 7 calves already here, which is great. But the dude is like a male baby factory. They have all been bulls. And Jan is really hoping it's a girl.
That's all right. I just want a healthy baby.
Yeah, I do too. It would be great to have another lady in the herd.
I guess we just keep watching her. She looks great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking just a week or two at the most.
Yep, I'd say a couple weeks.
You're excited, super excited. You're pumped. Draft baby coming. But there's also that feeling like of nervousness.
She's moving more than what I typically saw, but you know, that could be weather too. It's cooled down a little bit, and unless I see feet hanging out, I really,
I
I don't
know.
get much excited anymore.
And that can happen fast, man.
It does. It's just, it's gonna happen when it happens.
Lulu is so special. This baby is just gonna speak to my heart when it's born, and I can't wait to see it. Fingers and toes crossed.
Yeah, no kidding.
Thanks, you guys.
Yep, thanks guys.
I know usually everybody's getting weighed, just you today. Fiona is our 13-year-old Barbados sheep, and she is one of our oldest animals. Hey, pretty girl. You can tell our 2 females apart because Fiona's got these buck teeth that hang out, and it always looks like she's got this big, huge smile on her face. We're gonna get a weight on Fiona. She's gonna have a medical procedure done on Thursday. She has a mass in her jaw, and we think it has something to do with her teeth. The weight will help the vets know how much anesthetic and stuff that they need to give her so they can give her the proper amount. Come on, scale. Go to scale. Come on, go to scale. It's all right. My favorite animal at the zoo are the goats and sheep. They wiggle into your heart real quickly. Not only have I birthed or raised every goat or sheep that is down there, I have a personal connection with them. They're like my kids. I'm pretty in tune with how these guys are normally, and if they're acting off at all, I can usually sense it. Katie up at the vet hospital calls me the goat whisperer. She goes, Dee Dee just knows.
There we go.
Good girl. Good job.
All the way. 2 more feet. 1 more foot. There it is, she's on. 89.6. Good job, lady.
Just want to feel that lump mass. Right now, the abscess on the side of her face is about 1/4 size, and it's a round, hard ball. About the same size. Doesn't feel like we're getting ready to rupture through. It's okay. Good job. We're gonna get that taken care of for you. Good girl. See you later.
So I go down to Giraffe to check on Lulu like I always do, and there's already feet sticking out. So now it's go time.
Lulu is just about to give birth, and we are so excited about this baby. Legs and head were out for quite some time without much progress, so we got a little bit worried because we want them to give birth within that 2-hour period. We hadn't seen any movement either, so we're all kind of worried because sometimes once the head's out, you can start to see a little bit of movement. And just as we were starting to gear up to be even more worried, she gave a push and the baby came out. That is awesome. Seeing this baby for the first time is incredible. It's almost making me cry, and I am in love already. Lulu's calf is on the ground. It looks like it's alive. We've seen movement, but now there's so many milestones when there's a major birth. The birth itself, okay, we can check that one off. Oh, that is awesome. Mom's okay. We can check that one off. Good, Mama. But now, the next big milestone is for the baby to stand up, and we need the baby to stand up within an hour or two. He's trying. Oh, look. We're really on pins and needles trying to figure out what gender this baby is. Raha has given us 7 out of 7 boys. So we kind of default to he with this baby. He's dark, huh?
Yeah.
Like his dad. Oh, wow, 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 he's up, he's up, he's up. Oh, my goodness.
He's like, I got it.
Maybe.
I might go down.
Oh,
Little nose boop there.
that is
He's up,
awesome.
Adam.
He is up.
Yeah.
When it finally gets up, it's a huge relief. It's just one of those big markers that we need to check off. And it's kind of funny because it wobbles around like it's drunk. I mean, literally looks like some dude stumbling home from a bar.
Holy cow. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, no falling yet, so.
And down, single.
We really want to see this baby up and nursing in the first couple of hours. That first nursing provides the antibodies that are going to keep this baby safe from disease.
Oh,
He's getting in the right spot, isn't he?
he's like trying,
Oh,
and he's in the right area.
he is. He's got his head right where it needs to be.
We just really needed the nurse, and he's so close. So close.
Oh, it's right there. Look at that.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, he's stationary.
Yeah, I think he's got it. Yep, I think he's got it. Nice. Nice.
So the baby just nursed, and we could tell it was latched, and I could actually see swallowing. I could see the baby was getting something and swallowing. This is such a relief.
He's going back.
Yep, he's
Yeah.
like, I got it now.
Yep.
Yeah, we're all smiling under our masks.
To be able to see her have a nice, healthy calf, this is a real big moment for us. I've been here for almost 20 years now, and you only see a handful of giraffe kids in your time, if you're lucky. And I consider myself very lucky.
It's supposed to start raining like 3-ish, I think.
Is that what it said?
I'd hate for it to get wet, but I'd hate to move it too soon. We did check the weather, and it looks like it might start to rain this afternoon and might get a little bit cold. We're going to reconvene about 2:30 and kind of check the weather again and figure out if we have to do something to get them in the barn.
Once we make that decision to come in the barn, then we'll just kind of need to have all hands on deck.
Oh my gosh, today was such a great day. This baby looks really healthy, but we always, in the back of our minds, know that the first 24 to 48 hours of any baby's life, human or otherwise, are so important. But I couldn't be happier. I mean, what a great day. What a great day.
Oh, look at her. You gonna get in? Go on, go on, go on. Don't sheep out on me. Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
You guys love this.
Fiona's gonna come up to the hospital for a dental. She definitely has abscesses on at least 2 or 3 of her teeth that need to come out. The hope is that after these teeth are gone, she'll have a lot of relief, she won't be as painful, and she'll be able to eat more comfortably.
All right, there, Mama? You're okay, sweet girl. I know.
There you go.
Over the last couple months of caring for Fiona, I've gotten to know her a little bit, and I think to some degree, maybe earn some of her trust. So it's been a rewarding experience taking care of Fiona. I love her little front teethers.
I don't know, Katie. She's looking a little sheepish.
No, Jessica, I'm not reinforcing this behavior.
No one laugh.
Sheep teeth can be a little bit tricky. They have a couple different roots, and if you can't get them all out in one piece, it can sometimes lead to more issues. So we're gonna have our specialist, Dr. Cairo, come out. She's got the experience with a lot of different animal teeth, getting them out safely and efficiently. This is Fiona. She's got the micro abscesses, and then she's got an actual mandibular swell.
Okay, let me pull it up again just so I can do a quick refresh.
Absolutely. Looking at the x-rays, there are some pretty significant abscesses. There's the one problem child that's causing that swelling on her right lower jaw. That one for sure needs to come out, but then there's 2 others that could be potentially causing problems in the future.
All right, well, let's get a look in there.
We never know with the dental. Some of them you get in there and the tooth pops right out and you're done. But some we've had go up and it's been hours. You just never know.
Now we're getting loose.
Dr. Cairo starts in on the first tooth. It's kind of loose, but she uses all of her tools to get it really, really loose. And then that one actually comes out pretty quickly.
That's really nasty.
It's her like signature thing, her buck teeth.
So 1 tooth down, 2 more to go.
I don't know. It's coming. I've learned I've been wrong so many times. I've had ones that I thought were going to be just terrible, and they've come out easy. I've had ones that I got cocky about, and then 4 hours later, I was
Still trying to get it out.
While the first tooth came out pretty easily, the second tooth is not following suit and is being very difficult to remove.
wrong shape to come out of a hole, because it's loose.
Hooked peg, round hole.
Someone tell me when 5 minutes has passed, and then we're gonna make a decision.
Okay, I can do that.
Even though Dr. Cairo can get a lot of mobility, it's almost in some ways kind of fused with the bone, and it's just not coming out as easily.
All right.
Now or never.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to just cut Chase now because the roots are bigger than the crown. I mean, I have surgical length burrs at school.
About 3 hours into the process, we decide that we're gonna call it for the day and that we're actually gonna take Fiona down to Ohio State on Tuesday for surgery because Dr. Cairo has all of her specialty tools down there that she's gonna need to remove this tooth.
I think we should get back here as soon as possible, though,
Okay.
because it's gonna hurt. It's a loose tooth.
Yeah.
Sometimes the best choice is to take a step back. We're sending Fiona back down to the barn with antibiotics and pain meds, but we're gonna make sure we get her to Dr. Cairo at OSU early next week.
Hi, girlfriend. How you doing, huh? She was a rock star during the whole procedure, so we're just gonna watch and wait, keep her on some pain medicine to keep her comfortable until then, and then just go down to Ohio State on Tuesday. Hey, girlfriend.
She's still got some buck teeth that hang out.
Yeah.
You still got your signature look.
I don't want to get rid of the signature look. Nobody will know how to find her.
Firefly, Firefly, come here. Come on, let's go. Okay, good girl.
We've rechecked the weather, and it's going to get down to 55 tonight. We're supposed to have some rain, and that is dangerous weather for a neonatal calf. So this is not Lulu's first baby. She gave birth to a calf 2 years ago.
We lost that baby during a cold snap. Now we're going through the same thing again. It feels like deja vu.
So you guys, I just want to ask one quick question before we get into the plan. There's risk in whatever we do, right? So I just want to make sure the risk of leaving this baby out is greater than the risk of bringing it in.
If it's a little bit of rain and in the 70s, that's one thing, but rain followed by a drop in temp.
Yeah, it's
concerning.
What we really need to focus on right now is getting Lulu and this kid in the barn. We've got bad weather rolling in, and when you have a brand new kid that literally it's his first day on the planet, they can be a lot more susceptible to the colder temperatures. So it's just really important that we get Lulu and this calf inside where we can keep them in and they aren't exposed to these elements.
It's bound to go in, I think.
Yeah.
Once she goes in the barn with the kid, then we can shut the door behind them and then just go.
Open.
We're gonna kind of use our 2 trucks to kind of gently, as easy as we can, maneuver her down towards the barn.
There are so many ways that this could maybe not work, but we're in a position where we're kind of damned if we do and damned if we don't, because there's a risk of leaving her out and there's a risk of trying to get her in, which makes me really nervous.
Come on, good looking. There we go. Good, yeah.
Nice and slow, Louie.
I may have you open your door.
Okay, yeah, you just tell me when and how much. What we need as we're pushing her was a visual barrier. So with some animals, all you do is put your arms out. With these guys, what we did to make the trucks look bigger is just open the doors. And that visual barrier is enough for Lulu to say, oh, I can't go that way, and she'll turn around. Uh-oh, uh-oh.
Don't get in that corner. You do not want to get in that corner. There we go. Good girl. That'll work. Keep doing that.
Lulu, she knows that yard. She knows what a fence is. She knows what all this stuff is. This calf doesn't. So we're trying to move her, but at the same time, we got to pay attention to what he's doing, because if he crashes into a fence, we could end up with broken bones, or worse, a broken neck.
I'm gonna let her get off the fence. Hope she's going for that hole.
Yeah, I do too.
Baby's following really well.
Yeah, it is.
He's sticking with her real good.
With a process of trucks inching along the fence and not allowing her to circle back, it is an incredible amount of precision driving.
I'm hoping she's gonna flip that switch and just go.
I'm worrying because the kid's huffing and puffing and nostrils flaring and she's huffing and puffing. The last thing we need is for either Lulu or especially the baby to get really worked up or start to run and stumble and fall. I am a worrier, and I'm gonna worry through this whole process.
She's real close, though. Like, if she goes,
I know.
then we're good.
At this point, I'm not sure if this baby's gonna make it in the barn tonight, and that could be a very bad situation.
We never pushed one in like this.
Oh, come on, you're right there.
Come on, Sweet Pea, just go in. You know you want to.
Come on, sweetheart.
With the temperature going down, the baby being less than 24 hours old, it's important for us to try and get them in the barn.
Let's just keep her here, keep her still.
Looks like she wants to go inside.
She's looking at it. She's definitely looking at it.
Yeah.
There you go, good looking.
Good girl.
Just go. You got 10 more feet. Come on. There she goes.
Good girl.
Nice freaking job, bud.
Good job, guys.
Atta baby Lulu.
Okay, Court, we've got him in the yard.
Lulu, we're here. You just go straight in there. And you go, baby.
Good girl. We finally get her walked in there, and the big thing is this kid, if he doesn't follow and she goes deeper in that barn and he gets spooked and pops back out, we're in a lot of trouble. Get up there, kid. Come on, get up. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there.
Nice, Davis.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. That wasn't stressful at all. Stuff like that is what you live for, but you also like, oh, there's so much on the line.
The culmination from her being into labor and all the steps that we'd accomplished to recognizing there was bad weather coming of all things in August and getting them into the sand stall was a huge relief. So what's the plan for tomorrow?
Oh, God.
I don't know.
Tomorrow, we really hope to do a neonatal exam. If we can find a safe way to do it, if we can get Lulu safely away from the calf and get our hands on it, then we're gonna really learn what gender this baby is. And, you know, Raha has given us 7 out of 7 boys. And I kind of thought maybe there's a chance it could be a girl, and Kurt kind of thought maybe it was. And I think part of that's wishful thinking, but we're not gonna know for sure till we get the neonatal exam done.
Wait. Wait. Good. Jackpot. I don't know if that's how you train an alligator. That's how I train an alligator.
Priya!
Sean!
I'm here.
Cool. Evil laugh.
Yes.
Today we're going to be doing x-rays on 2 shingleback skinks, one called Spike and one called Vegemite. One of the things that we've been worried about Spike is why she is unable to maintain weight. Look at this guy. Like how he's chunky and his tail looks nice and pudgy.
chunky.
All right, Daddy-O.
To the x-ray.
We really want to try and compare how big the stomach is in the so-called normal skink versus Spike. Okay, ready? 6 feet back, guys. So let's do the little one real quick.
Come.
Hi, friend.
Spike is our concern because we see the weight decline. And so we just want to be able to compare these two and understand what's going on internally.
She's just adorable and cute and just, amazing. She's an amazing animal.
That's totally different, Priya.
Well, the stomach shouldn't be all the way down there. I think the stomach is flattened down here because I think the lungs are potentially...
Pressing everything flat.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're confident that Big Daddy's stomach is completely normal, and Spike's stomach, which was very low and very small and very back in the body, is actually really abnormal. It's very apparent that Spike's stomach is a lot smaller and being pushed down into an abnormal location because of the lungs. So what this means for her is it probably is playing a significant role in her ability to take in enough food. Unfortunately, it's not something that we're going to be able to fix because her lungs have been expanded that much for so long, but it helps us understand a little bit more about how she is able to take in food and maintain weight. So I think we can conclude, yes, it's abnormal. Yes, it may be a part of why she can't eat enough.
Right. Based off her stomach and the x-rays, do you feel like she still has the capacity to eat a normal amount of food?
I mean, we put 12 mils. So if you imagine like that much food, it's still quite a lot of food that she could try and ram in there.
Okay.
But she might get that feeling of fullness faster.
True.
Right.
Because it's compressing from the outside.
Yeah. Like her lungs are pushing it down.
Yeah.
Ultimately, it is good news that we did this barium series. Just knowing the shape and the size and the location of her stomach definitely is one piece of the puzzle, but we're definitely not going to be able to solve this mystery overnight. We know that she's gonna need really high calorie food items. So we know her stomach is small, so whatever she takes in has to be very calorie dense to get the same amount of calories as eating a large amount of food like the other guy.
We develop relationships with these animals, and some of them become our favorites. And so anytime that we're dealing with a health concern, it makes us a little bit nervous on what the outcome is. Today, though, is something that we know that we're on that right path. We're pushing Spike towards greater success and a longer life here at the Columbus Zoo. Cheetah vet, giraffe vet, and now reptile vet.
I prefer expert.
Oh, expert. Okay, sorry, my fault.
See ya.
Are you all right if we bring Campbell out for a little bit?
I think that's great.
You think they're ready to play?
You want to play? I think Dave
Adrian
is.
will. Dave needs to get some energy out. Adrian and Dave, in my opinion, are the two most valuable cheetahs in the world because they were the first in vitro fertilized transferred babies. And we're always trying to find ways, how can we save a species? And cheetahs are in so much trouble. You're talking 7,500 cheetahs left in the wild. We have an incredible cheetah companion dog program, and we know that cheetahs are skittish by nature, but if I raise them with a dog, they just kind of grow up together and they think they're one of a kind. Cheetahs are gonna take their cues from their siblings. And if they think the puppy is their sibling and the puppy has all the confidence in the world, then they're not afraid. You ready to see your puppy?
Campbell's gonna come play with you, your brother.
For the first time, I think with this introduction, we really have to monitor what they do. And I don't want a good situation to turn bad. Campbell!
We've raised our cheetahs with dogs for almost 10 years, and now we have Campbell the double doodle. Today, I really want them just to run around, play, chase each other. I don't want to see them yelling and barking and growling and swatting at each other.
Campbell! All right.
Campbell! What are you doing, Pop? You're so handsome.
All right. Dave, go play with your pup.
So Campbell, he is just 2 days older than Adrian and Dave. He's very energetic, very outgoing, just wants to play all the time. Get them! Get them! You sweet boy. Don't eat them.
I really look for certain characteristics when I look for a dog. And you don't want something that's so hyper that it's gonna drive the cheetahs crazy, but yet you don't want something so shy that it's not gonna interact or it's gonna be afraid of everything. This is so good for them.
I think they're gonna be best friends. I hope so. That's the goal. BFFs forever. Oh, okay.
Dave loves him. They're like two rowdy little boys.
Get them!
Get him, Campbell. Get the kitty.
Get him!
This has been truly one of my greatest career accomplishments to have been a part of Dave and Adrian. Those cheetahs represent what could happen in the wild, that because of those two, we could save this species. You know, people always ask us, what's harder to raise, the cheetahs or the puppy? It's the puppy. It's by far the puppy. Let's get some toys. I'm gonna get some toys.
Okay. You wanna grab a lure ball?
Yeah.
I asked Susie to get a lure ball so we can get them playing with that and then get them running here hopefully soon.
Look what I have.
Campbell? That's what we use up at our cheetah run. The cheetahs will chase that lure ball around the course, and they've been around it since they were just a couple weeks old. So it is a super valuable toy for them. I think we need to get them up to run.
We need to get them up to the watering hole.
Yep.
Here at the Columbus Zoo, we do 3 cheetah runs a day. It's very good for the cheetahs, but you have to train them to do it.
We need to get them running.
Yeah, it's time.
That was your own fault.
Fiona! What you doing, Mama? Come here. Okay. No.
Fiona's one of our 13-year-old sheep, oldest member of our flock. We attempted to extract the worst teeth that she was experiencing. We were able to get one out, but unfortunately, the second was not possible to be removed with the equipment that our dentist had with her at the time. So we elected to bring her later in the week to see Dr. Cairo for completion of that removal. However, today, things have changed.
Yeah, got it. Where you want her, Katie?
Put her on the floor.
This morning, we put her in a crate, put her in the back of the van to take Fiona down to Ohio State. We noticed that Fiona's side of the jaw where the abscess was really swollen up. Now it's about a grapefruit in size.
This is vastly different than earlier. When I look at her, her face is completely swollen, and this is new. So I'm really concerned that there's something really serious going on. We're so close to getting her to Dr. Cairo at OSU, and now this changes everything. So get her intubated, grab a blood sample, get that rolling, and then we'll move to CT. Our priority right now is to stabilize her, give her supportive care, hopefully some drugs that are gonna start making her feel better, and then try and figure out what the heck is going on. Because looking at her, it doesn't fit perfectly with any one thing, and we need to get some more information to figure out what the underlying cause is. Her whole face is dramatically more swollen than it was.
Do you think the whole thing might be related to that tooth root area?
I don't know. This looks like an allergic reaction to me now. So this isn't ideal, but we're gonna give her steroids. Whatever's happening is advancing. We're gonna get some additional imaging to make sure there's nothing else we need to be addressing. Sweet Fiona.
It's kind of a helpless feeling, especially when that's all you can do is move and be comforting to them. And when you're looking around at all the vets that you trust very much and they're kind of at a loss too, it just, you know, you just want answers.
That's her.
Whoop,
Pee.
waking up.
Wait. What? Catch the pee. That's good. Immediately, I can tell that this urine isn't correct. It's brown in color, which is usually related to there being blood in the urine, which to me is the worst case scenario, because this means she's bleeding from her kidneys or from her bladder directly, and nothing that causes that is good. Oh,
Yep, whoa,
pee.
waking up.
Wait. What? Catch the pee. Immediately, I can tell that this urine isn't correct. It's brown in color, which is usually related to there being blood in the urine. Given that there's blood in her urine, it'd be nice. Let's give her some IV antibiotics.
My heart is breaking for her, but hopefully we can figure it out.
She's also a 13-year-old sheep. That's not working in her favor at the moment. We're gonna give her the night with this treatment. We're gonna recheck blood first thing in the morning. If things aren't looking markedly better, then we're gonna not do surgery tomorrow.
You just power through and your mind is racing, your heart's racing. There's a lot of things going on in your head.
We need to be able to give these drugs a chance to work and for her to rest and allow her body to heal while they take effect. So Dee Dee's gonna take the first watch during this kind of critical period post-procedure until we see where we're at, and then one of her team members is gonna come relieve her. All right, Dee Dee, I'm gonna close you in. So go to sleep, sweetheart.
About 3 hours and 45 minutes into my shift, I kind of looked over and her respiration rate kind of looked odd. They were slowing down quite a bit. So I immediately got on my radio to get Dr. Seeley back to the back and bring more supportive care.
Katie, I need you back here, please. We came back and Dee Dee's already started CPR.
Take that one, stop breathing.
By the time they got from the front of the hospital to the back of the hospital, she had stopped breathing, and not very long after she had passed.
She's gone. I'm so sorry.
In those moments, you're not just a vet, right? Like, we're a team. I take it very seriously that my role is to be as honest with team members as I can be, and to also let them know when it's okay to let go, because Dee Dee loves this animal. She's gonna fight as long as she can, as hard as she can, and that wasn't the best choice for Fiona.
Yeah, it's you put your life into these guys. They're like your family, and it's real hard, especially when you're sitting there and you're like, everything's gonna be okay, everything's gonna be okay, and then the next minute it's not.
I'm glad that it was Dee Dee that was there with her because Dee Dee has helped raise her. She gives so much love and kindness to these animals that at least her last moments were spent with someone who really cared about her. Fiona lived a fantastic life, but I know that we gave everything we could to her to try and get her back to being healthy, and that just wasn't going to be the outcome today.
These animals are part of our family, and it's hard. They don't live long. None of our animals live past the age of 18, so over your career, you're gonna lose quite a few of them. And it's just hard. We have to take pride in the fact that at 13 years old, this animal lived past its life expectancy and was living a good life. It'll always bring a smile to my face when I think about her. I'll remember her and think happy thoughts. You gotta live with the happy moments, because you just do or you can't go on.
It's okay, I know someday I'm gonna be with you.
Adam, do you just want to call us when you want us to come in?
Yeah.
We want to get in there and listen to its heart. We want to check its mouth to make sure it doesn't have a cleft palate, so no congenital abnormalities.
It really did get pretty cold last night, and we made the right call. I'm really glad we got Lulu and the baby in. This looks like a really strong, healthy calf. It seems to be a champ, and we're going to do everything we can to keep this calf healthy, including a neonatal exam. And I'm really anxious to see what the gender is. Who doesn't want to know gender? And secretly, I'm hoping for a little girl, but I'll take a healthy boy.
All right, ready to do it?
Yeah.
Shake, rattle, Weber, babe. Adam's going to be the lead on this one. He's the draft guy. Cody and I will back him up. This is going to try to be like a NASCAR pit stop. We're going to try to get in there, get a hold of this thing, get it against the wall. Vets come in, do their thing, and air everybody out. Try to leave Lulu separated the least amount of time possible.
Hey, pretty girl. Good girl. Like it.
You got her, homeboy.
Yep.
Nice.
Good deal.
201, 301. We've got her separated, and we're gonna go ahead and grab the kid.
10-4.
Okie doke. I think we'll just walk into a corner. Do it here. Okay, we're good.
Watch Lou.
Oh, he's strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Where's my phone?
Am I holding him good?
It looks great,
Yep,
dude.
you're good.
Looks great.
Sneak in here, do a couple injections.
Dr. Priscilla goes in and was able to determine there's no cleft. She listens to the heart. She looks in the eyes. Everything is going really well. It's a fine-oiled machine. I'm really proud of the team. Lift his tail.
Adam.
Huh? I can't.
Once we know that the baby's healthy, the next step is trying to determine the gender.
What is it, Adam?
Huh? I can't.
Oh, here. Go right there.
It looks great,
Yep,
dude.
you're good.
Looks great.
What is it, Adam?
Lift his tail.
Adam.
Huh? I can't.
Once we know that the baby's healthy, the next step is trying to determine the gender.
He looks like a one-holer to me, buddy. You guys double check back here?
Nothing else there.
Yeah.
Dang it.
It'd be a boy.
It's another boy.
There's few things in life to bet on, but
Raw's consistent.
We double checked the sex twice because some people didn't believe it was gonna be, but it was.
Oh, we're done.
Nice.
Thanks, guys.
We're done? Like that's it? Like we're done? The vets nailed it. Right back in there. Perfect. It's one of those things that seems really simple, and it looked really simple, but that stuff can go sideways so fast. All right, we done with draft stress for a little bit?
Can you come up? Good boy.
Hi, Sean.
Hello, Priya.
I see your little friends outside.
Yeah. So I just thought it was a nice day, and obviously getting her outside just to get some natural sunlight. And I have blueberries too, her favorite.
We really obviously love Spike and we want to do the best for her. The main goal for her is to maintain her weight, maintain an appropriate quality of life, and make sure that she is getting everything that she needs while remaining as healthy as she can. She looks so cute right now. Look at her.
She's been all over the place. I have to keep hunting her down. So.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
She loves it outside.
Yeah.
In terms of all the things that we found, we know that her stomach is a little smaller than the big one, the normal one. So I think that's probably part of the reason she can't seem to take in enough food. That's just a theory.
Yeah.
The next few steps are really just a lot of convalescence, a lot of care, sunlight, offering her different types of food as well as different presentations. And I really do believe that she will get better eventually. And that's the beauty of working in this field, in the zoological field. It gives me the opportunity to work with so many different species and help so many animals every single day. Doesn't mean to say it doesn't get stressful with all of those emergency calls that come in and all of the strange things that we have to scratch our heads about and go, oh my gosh, I've never seen this, or what's going on? But that's what makes our job really challenging, but that's also what makes it really fun and what makes it really worthwhile putting in all the time and energy to help these animals. She's cruising out here. She's a wonderful little creature. She really lets us do a lot with her, for her. Things with reptiles definitely don't turn around quickly. And in Spike's case, we're still working on her over a year. So a lot of patience.
Today is a huge day for Dave and Adrian. It is time for them to learn to run in the watering hole.
You ready to see some cheetahs run for the first time? Well, we'll see.
Exercising cheetahs is very important. We know if we don't incorporate exercise at a very young age, that they'll end up with metabolic bone disease. So it's very, very important that we run them. It's very, very important that they get time to run around and exercise and develop those bones and muscles. But just because they're cheetahs and they're the fastest land mammal doesn't mean they know how to run. I figure Dave's probably gonna be the better of the two, and Adrian, she kind of likes the shade.
Oh, here they come.
Here they come. All right, there he is.
Dave's running. Almost caught it.
Dave acts like he knows what he's doing. He comes right out of the chute, he sees the ball, and he immediately goes after it.
All right, buddy. You did it.
Adrian doesn't know what's going on.
Adrian, on the other hand, it's kind of like, she almost seemed a little nervous. I thought, let's try it again, because Adrian was so close to being a part of the run. We're gonna try again. Come on, girl. Good, good. Come on, girl. On the second run, Adrian gets it. She's neck and neck with her brother. They're going after the lure. Come on, She's like, I'm done. They both did so good. It made me so proud of both of them.
You did really good. You actually ran. Yes, you did. You're a good girl.
She does. That was awesome.
Yeah! Oh!
Gobi. Just trying to look at your insides.
Here, let me try it. I don't know what I'm doing.
We can direct you then.
Yeah,
He'll let you do it.
he's
We'll work
not
with
like
it.
Nah, he's getting mad.
I think
You can see him looking at you like,
No, he don't like that probe. So today's not off to a great start. We're trying to ultrasound our camel Gobi, and he's not having any of it.
Oh, Gobi. Okay, all right, we're done.
Nope, he don't like it. Gobi, like, growl farts at me at the same time. I mean, I guess he's a multitasker. I'd probably be more afraid of his fart than I would his bite, but luckily the wind's going that way.
Today is a very busy day. Have fun with your gazelle. The hospital schedule is absolutely packed, and I'm bouncing around all over the zoo checking on cases. Right now, I'm headed down to the koala building to check on Ruwalan. She has an ulcer of her right eye, which is resolving, but now she has intermittent bulging of that eye, which is an unusual sign, but could be an indication of something more sinister. Taylor, hi.
Come on up.
Hi.
Welcome.
Where is the old beast?
Up in her favorite spot,
Oh my
of
gosh,
course.
look at her. Ruwalan is our geriatric female koala. She's definitely an old girl that has medical issues from arthritis in different joints, clearly this ulcer thing going on. And she is special. She's definitely one of the first koalas that I've ever worked with. And when she's feeling well, she definitely gives us a run for our money. How is she doing?
She's doing great. I think her eye looks a lot better. Obviously, you'll be the judge of that. We noticed that Ruwalan's eye was looking a little unusual a couple of weeks ago and had the vets take a look at it then, and that's when we discovered that she had an ulcer. At first, we tried eye drops with Ruwalan, but it was a little difficult because koalas don't really have a tendency to look up. They tend to look down, and trying to get an eye drop in an animal as their head is pointed down can be very difficult, really challenging. Her eye's been open more.
Good. I don't think that contact lens is in. I think I'm gonna use her ladder.
Okay. Eventually, we had a specialist come in, and she recommended that we try contact lens to kind of try to help the healing. How big was that contact? Was it like a normal soft contact? Or was it a hard contact?
No, it was like a squishy, soft one. Well, it might be still on here. Hi, sweet girl. We used a dog contact lens in Ruwalan's eye because they simply don't make contact lenses that are shaped to a koala's eye. So we use the next best thing, just as a let's see if it works kind of thing.
Her eye's been more open today than she's been having it normally.
The ulcer looks fantastic. I can understand how a contact lens for Ruwalan that doesn't fit specifically to her eye would be very uncomfortable. I personally find contact lenses a little bit irritating just because they can be very itchy, they can fall out really easily, unless you have a really good fit, which is one of the reasons I hate wearing contact lenses and always wear my glasses. Well, thank you, Rue. The good thing is it does seem to have helped for the short time that they were in place. It's like if I sit in the middle, they can't quite touch me. Looking at it now, it's night and day from Saturday when we last saw it and debrided the surface of it, so I think it's gonna be absolutely fine without any problems. But I'm worried about the bulging of her right eye, so I'm going to get her on the animal health schedule. Unfortunately, my schedule is pretty packed, so Randy's gonna be taking care of Ruwalan, and I know she's in really good hands.
I'm really encouraged that Priya thinks the eye is healing really well. We'll see what Dr. Randy thinks when he sees her. In the meantime, we're just gonna keep a close eye on her eyes.
Today, I want Shannon to come down and assess Bob. I just have some concerns I want to share with her. So the best way to kind of look at the monkeys is when they're using their yard, and to let them use their yard and really get the full range of motion with these guys, we offer them lots of fun enrichment.
I'm gonna head into the Vervet kitchen. I'm bringing a couple of fun toys for the Vervets right now for their enrichment. We're giving some coolers just because the design of the habitat is actually pretty friendly to giving them oddball things.
Hey, hey.
Hey.
What's up?
Because they're so smart, they can get into almost anything. I like to close them, but...
Not too tight.
Not too tight. They'll start eating holes through them if we go too tight. It's fun to try to find different ways to keep them mentally active. Todd likes to eat on top, so I always put a little bit in the cup holders for him.
koozies?
Okay.
Okay, cool. I'll set these here. They're so cute.
So since it's nice and hot, give them some yummy cold treats. In typical Vervet fashion, they're extremely curious and they want to check out everything and at least see what it has to offer. And usually those old dirty shoes offer yummy treats. All right.
All set?
Yep, all set.
Okay. Purpose of enrichment is you want to give them activities that can kind of last and keep them occupied and keep them engaged. The monkeys are probably some of the hardest to enrich, though, because they're pretty smart, so they figure this out pretty quickly. Here.
Come on, Bob. Come on, Sassy. Nice. Good job. Lucy. Come on, Luce. Good girl. We have 5 vervet monkeys in our troop. We have 2 males, Bob and Todd, and 3 females, Betsy, Lucy, and Sassy. They are so cute. They're tiny, they're fluffy, they're so smart, and they have so much personality. Did you find something in there?
You two are up to no good.
All
All
3
three
of
of you in that box.
Betsy's still in there. If you're looking at pictures, African campsites, and you see a mischievous monkey, that is most likely a vervet monkey. Hey, Bob. So Bob is the protector of the group. He's protecting everybody right now. Bob is the sweetest monkey, but over the past week, week and a half, 2 weeks, he's really kind of starting to isolate himself. He's acting like he doesn't feel well. He's just acting off, so I'm worried.
Coughing and stuff still.
Yeah, we've
Sneezing
seen him coughing on and off. I think that's becoming more prevalent.
Okay.
I'm hopeful that it's allergies because that just means it's nothing. I am a little bit fearful though that he might have an infection, possibly an upper respiratory infection because of the coughing and because he's acting a little bit down.
He hasn't had the CT. You were talking about the CT scan for him.
He's never had a CT, but it would be really nice to see his lungs just to make sure it's not anything more that's making him cough.
Yep, sure, okay.
He's just not himself.
Okay. It's good that you know him so well, so.
I love that floofy man.
He really is cute. He's like a giant teddy bear, right?
Big teddy bear.
So cute.
All of our vervets are special, but Bob is especially cuddly and just sweet, so, you know, we definitely don't want anything to be wrong with him.
So, okay, well, we'll talk to Animal Health and see what they want to do, and we'll get something on the calendar and go from there. Sound good?
Yes.
Okay, feel better?
I feel better.
Good, good, good. Awesome. All right. Thanks, Sam.
Goodbye, monks.
Bye, monks. Enjoy.
I'm really excited today. I'm actually going to be headed down to the wilds to help with a really cool rhino procedure. If I'd known you baboons would be here, I would probably not have turned up. It's always super fun working with the wilds team. I spent 3 years there, so going back and working with the same crew kind of feels like home.
Hi, you.
When I came down the barn, I got a big surprise. Dr. Priya showed up from the zoo. It's been a long time since I seen her. I was actually her intern back when I first started here about 10 years ago. So we go way back, and so it's great seeing her. Priya's an awesome person. So being able to work with her on this procedure just makes everything so much fun.
It's always nice to have a quick chat, catch up with everyone, but to also work with a southern white rhino bull is pretty phenomenal.
I just hope we find something in his mouth.
Yeah. Kingelly has been having some dental issues over the past few months, so he's being anesthetized today to have a really good oral exam. My responsibility today is to kind of help with the anesthesia part of it, to make sure that Priscilla has hands if she needs help intubating the animal, but to also read out some of the blood values and the blood gas results we're getting throughout the procedure.
I just want to make sure that everybody knows Dr. Lauder, a veterinary dentist in the scrubs over there. We're going to do anesthesia so that we can then do dental exam.
This rhino's birth name is Kingelly, but here at the Wilds, we like to give stuff nicknames, and of course, the easiest nickname for this guy is Kenny G. Kenny G's my man. He came in here, and he was very nervous, a lot of aggressive behavior because of that nervousness. So I spent a lot of time sitting there for hours and hours, feeding him, petting him, getting him used to human contact, and now he's a pretty well-rounded animal. Traditionally, we give them all a pile of grain and their hay. If we give him a traditional pile of grain, usually about half the time he starts choking on it. Obviously something's going on with his mouth and he was not getting all the food he needs. So getting this looked at now is very important. Happy rhinos are healthy rhinos. Oh, hey, sleepy boy. You're okay. Good boy. Immobilizing an animal this large comes with a large amount of risk. Come on, Kingelly, move up. Now. Good job. Hey, buddy, easy. We need to act fast in order to try and help him get into the position we need. We're gonna slip a rope over his horn and kind of guide him in the correct position. Wanna try and take him that way? Oh, right there. Just because he's so big, if he goes down where we can't work with him, there's almost nothing we can do except end the procedure and wake him up.
702 to 705.
I just pull the rope around me, and I use all my body weight to pull him in the direction we need him to go. He's a big boy. If he pulls, I'm in big trouble.
He looks pretty rigid. Dropping.
No, he's dropping. He's gonna go. He's going.
Squeaks, watch the rope. Squeaks, squeaks.
rope around his waist, which is connected to a 4,000-pound animal, and the anesthetic has not yet taken effect. If Kengele decides to put up a fight, Cody could get seriously injured.
He looks pretty rigid and dropping.
No, he's dropping. The animal management team are really focusing on making sure he's in an appropriate position so that we have really good access to his mouth. Oh, he's going.
Squeaks, watch the rope. Squeaks, squeaks.
The best you can. You got it?
Wow.
Okay. All right. Good job.
We are able to manipulate Kenny G into the correct position for the procedure.
Still breathing nice.
Able to get Dr. Lauder in there and start this dental procedure.
Okay, you can relax his head. All right, slow and jack.
One of the tools that was used was a little jack. It looks like kind of a mini car jack that was used to wedge in between his jaw and open up his mouth.
I got the soft palate.
Awesome.
Just trying to get the glottis down. All right, tube's in position. Can someone push it forward? Because I can't do it with where I am. All right, let's try and give a breath and see where we're at. All right, take a break. Thank you.
Sometimes when animals are under anesthesia, there's some involuntary muscle spasm, and Kenny G's lip is quivering a little bit right now. We're pretty sure that's just something not to be worried about. It's just an involuntary muscle thing.
Their mouth is so specialized for grazing that it's hard to see the inside of it. Their head's always pointed down, and it's like a big tube. It's very long and it's very deep, so you can't really see all the way back there. So being able to get a good look inside the mouth of a white rhino is pretty unique.
Food impaction's got some periodontal pockets.
Have you got some nastiness in there?
He's just got some points.
Dr. Lauder has found points. It's a term that we use in horses, and really rhinoceroses are really closely related to horses. And it means that there are sharp, literally points on the edges of their molar teeth.
Yeah, we'll take care of that and that, smooth these points out. Other than that, he looks pretty good.
Okay.
It's really about the best possible thing we could find. All we need to do is go in there and grind down those points, and Kengele will be a lot more comfortable.
How are you guys?
Good. This one's running.
All right, this part's done.
Thank you.
So we're gonna go ahead and reverse. Flumazenil, naltrexone.
He's moving his back leg.
Adipamazole. Out.
Fever?
You see, I told you.
It's amazing working with the vet team. Great teamwork, great team atmosphere, and everyone kept their cool throughout. And it was great to see Cody shine. Cody was a young intern when I was still at the Wild, so it's amazing to see him in this position of leadership and knowledge. So that was phenomenal.
Kenny G is starting to wake up. It's a big sigh of relief for me.
There we go.
Good boy.
I'm very happy for how this procedure went.
I'm glad it all went well. Good team effort.
Knowing what the underlying issue was with Kenny G's eating problems is great. Now we know what to look for in the future and how to make sure he has a long and happy life. That's very important to me. I'm very excited that we figured this out for him.
So I want to get Ben's meat and mouse ready before he gets trained. So this morning I'm gonna do some training with Ben so he's ready for his upcoming exam to check to see how he's doing with his diabetes. So we start out with that because those are two of his favorites. And then I'm getting some of his treats together. Ben is our male binturong. He's been at our zoo now for 5-6 years. Binturongs are a medium-sized mammal from Southeast Asia. They're commonly called a bear cat. They're not a bear or a cat. Okay, bud. All right, ready for your procedure. Ben's very timid. If you do anything that spooks him, sometimes it takes a couple days to get him to come back up to you. That becomes difficult for us because we can't handle him. And if he's not feeling well and we can't get him to come over, then we can't give him his injections. So we do work with him every day. So he is a little on the spoiled side. Gets a lot of extra little treats and does a little begging, but you know, that's okay. Very good. It has taken quite a while to get him to trust. Okay. But he's really doing great. Good job, buddy. Good. All right. Want some chicken? Ben did great this morning. He trained very well. Every time I asked him to hold, he stayed there. He allowed me to pinch and touch him. So he is ready for his hand injection on exam day.
Randy to Australia. We're headed down for Ruwan.
I copy. We should see you.
We're taking Ruwalin to Animal Health today for a full exam under anesthesia. Dr. Priya successfully treated the ulcer on her eye, but she's still a little concerned about the bulging of Ruwalin's eye. She wasn't able to fit us into our schedule, so Dr. Randy's going to take over and do the exam on Ruwalin today. We'll go see Dr. Youngie today. I know. So going into any exam where there's going to be anesthesia, it's very stressful. It's very nerve-wracking. For me, I have all those emotions and I have all those feelings. Hi, beautiful. I have worked with Ruwalin for many, many years. Ruwalin's had 2 Joeys here, so I've gotten to see her, grow and to become a mom and to take on that role. There's definitely a strong connection with Ruwalin.
Hi, you ready to go to the hospital?
She looks ready. All right. That was easy.
There's definitely an inherent risk with koalas and anesthesia, but after a while, it just kind of becomes clear that you need to know what you're up against if you're going to be able to do anything about it.
She's a fighter sometimes.
That's why I want you to get her.
I know.
You're the professional.
You turn them, I'll step out. After Ruwalin is in hand, I have to step out of the room. I'm actually pregnant, and there's a lot of stuff that's involved with the medical procedure that I can't actively partake in.
There's a slight chance that the anesthetic gas could have an effect on a pregnancy. Mostly we don't know. We don't want to take any chances.
So I have to watch from the hallway through the window, but everyone that's in there, I trust explicitly. It's really difficult to watch from outside, but it's the safest thing for me, and I know that Ruwalin's in good hands. I could hear the grunting that Ruwalin was making pretty much through the door. She was not happy, as to be expected.
Very crabby koala. She may have peed on your shoe.
That's okay.
If Ruwalin was completely resigned and fine with this whole procedure, that's not Ruwalin at all. And so I'd rather see her true self and her true colors and know that she's a little bit opposed to what we're doing, and she's gonna let us know. She doesn't hold back.
Okay. I'm gonna go back and look at her skull. Yeah, that'll do. For an old koala, I'd say she's doing pretty well. We'll look at these x-rays compared to 2 years ago and see if much has changed, but there's nothing dramatic that jumps out. With the x-rays of the skull, I don't see anything obvious, but skull x-rays are difficult to interpret. That's where CT comes in. So we'll take her next into CT and get those really good 3-dimensional images that will help us decide whether there's anything abnormal there. Ready for CT?
I'm really nervous for the whole procedure. I'm a little anxious about what it'll show. Until we're a couple days even away from the procedure, I think I'll still be pretty nervous about this whole thing.
Okay.
Everyone out.
This is one of Taylor's favorite animals. She's worked with Ruwalin for years, and again, Ruwalin's sort of a golden girl and has some special needs. So we're hoping for a completely normal CT exam. My biggest concern, especially for a geriatric animal, is that there could be a tumor growing in the area behind her eye. If that's the case, there's probably nothing we can do for her.
All done. Do you want to check it, Randy?
Yeah.
Ruwalin's had some issues with her eyes in the last couple months. One, she had some issue with the actual eye itself, and then an issue with the eye bulging. So today we're doing the full workup on Ruwalin.
The worst case scenario is that this is a tumor. Tumors in that area spread readily, and that's a very difficult area to work in. So there's always a level of concern, especially with geriatric animals. Okay, she's good.
Good.
When I first look at the CT, I'm pleased. The bone looks normal, the soft tissue looks normal, eye looks normal, there's no abnormal structures. It's really good news. I didn't look at her last x-rays in comparison, but today's don't look bad.
Nothing prominent on the CT in the
No, I don't see anything on her face. I did a quick scan of the CT and everything's symmetrical.
Okay.
So she's lost a lot of muscle mass, which is typical for older animals of any type, people as well. And I think what we're having now is that as she loses muscle mass on the side of her face, her eye is more prominent, but it's not really bigger. So instead of the eye getting bigger, the muscle mass is getting smaller, and the eye just appears more prominent. And we had contrast, which would show us any soft tissue abnormalities too. So.
I couldn't see anything that was going on. I just saw everybody looking very intently, so I wasn't sure if they had found something. So when he came out and seemed relieved and seemed relaxed, I literally had a huge sigh of relief.
Anytime we do a procedure on a geriatric animal, especially one who's lived much of its life with us, that has good close friends who are very concerned about her, it's always a little stressful. On an older animal with sort of vague signs, you never know what you're going to find. And there's always a sense of relief when our initial assessment says everything looks like it's working well. This is just an age-related change. It gives everybody a huge sigh of relief.
We can get the bear hugger on her when she's in her crate.
All good for me to be in?
Yes, it's off.
Okay, well, thank you.
We just turned it off. Just gonna get...
Hi there.
Hi.
We need those gloves that Cindy had earlier. Rualyn did absolutely fantastic. She looks great. She's holding on, she's gripping, she's doing everything she should. She looks fantastic.
She's like, what is this?
In the crate, in the crate. Rualyn will be around for many, many years. She'll be able to see my baby grow up a little bit as well. And I can't wait for the baby to meet her someday.
You ready? Oh, she's moved around to the other side of her tree. She must be ready.
Good boy. Is this nice being out here? Just looking at fun stuff, seeing fun things? What do you think? You want to play fetch? And then what do? Then we come back. Woo! He's a smart bird.
Ronaldo is our black vulture. He's an ambassador with us in animal programs.
No one ever talks about getting regular exercise for your rehabilitated vultures. Huh. It's cool to get him out and get him exercise like this because he's not able to fly because of his improperly fused together wings. You can see his left wing kind of droops out to the side. Yeah, thank you for showing it off. That was very, very considerate of you.
He is goofy, he's smart, he's outgoing, likes long walks on the beach probably, scent of lavender, anything from Cinnabon. He's great. I love him. He's absolutely the light of my life.
Oh, we're stretching. We love the weather. We're handsome chicken.
Most of the birds that I'm lucky to work with, because I love nicknames, I'll call them some different form of chicken.
Chicken of death.
And being a vulture, I call Ronaldo chicken of death or death chicken, big nasty death chicken. Nasty in this connotation is a good thing, so.
Good job. Michelle, how tall? How tall are you? Ooh, he's a tall boy.
Vultures are really misunderstood. They are really underrated. They are so important to every ecosystem on Earth, just about. And the fact that they get a bad rap just, you know, kind of rubs me the wrong way. So the fact that I'm able to have a close relationship with such an awesome animal and then also get to show him off to people and let them see how cool vultures are, it's just the greatest feeling in the world.
All right, we're starting to fill up. You want to go home? Good boy. You got it, chicken.
Ready? Does Cindy know we're coming?
Cindy,
Give her a shot.
I learned to drive really slow because my parents are in town and my mom hates how I drive. So I drove like my grandparents are in the car. Very safe, I will have you know. Today we're going to anesthetize Ben. Ben is one of our adult male binturongs and he's had diabetes for about the last 2 years. The keepers have done an amazing job at monitoring it and treating it, but it's been about a year since we've had a hands-on exam with him and evaluated him completely with x-rays and ultrasound. Ben and I have a strange relationship in the sense that when he sees me, he definitely shows some degree of anxiety. And so I try and stay out of his visual bubble as much as I can, and I kind of let Cindy take over. Same volume as before, 0.7. This involves giving him an injection that Cindy has been training for years. It's part of her insulin injection. So he will come into a chute, Cindy will do the injection.
Good. Hold. We inject him every day with insulin, but the needle is a lot bigger when you give the medication for immobilization. He sees it, he knows right away that, oh no, this is something different, and so he's not quite as willing. I got it all. I was able to inject, but I was not able to get all the injection in. He needs more. He keeps opening his eyes and peeking at us, so.
Okay, I'm gonna draw some stuff up. Do you want to do it or do you want me to do it?
I'll let you do it.
Okay. Cindy injected him, and she did come out and say, I don't think he got everything. So I kind of knew that he probably wasn't going to be completely asleep.
Okay, buddy, let me think. I'm thinking, okay? Do you want to go in a crate? I'm going to try to put him in a crate. Come on, Bob. Come on. Crate?
Just go in there. It's nice and safe and quiet and dark and wonderful.
Come on, Bob. He went in the crate. Good boy. And then he came right back out.
I saw that, but I thought you had a plan, to be honest.
Did you? Did you like it? It's just, it's a mess.
I guess it's not going well. He's hissing and spitting and being wild Ben, so I can't put my arm in there. So we're gonna have him run up the log, I'm gonna try and inject him as he's running up the lawn. Okay, we'll see what happens. Otherwise, we either postpone or dart, one or the other.
Good luck. I didn't bring the dart gun.
We were trying to make sure he was in a safe location for both of us. I was able to poke him in the bottom with his induction agents, and he went up on the shelf and went to sleep, which he could have done right from the beginning. Very relieving. It was a huge relief to get the injection in.
No one likes shots, and I can't say I blame him.
Once he's asleep, we will take him up to the hospital and begin our complete exam. Got it. All right, ready, George? Well, that was quite the adventure. Ben is a binturong or a bearcat with diabetes, and he's coming in for his annual exam.
We got you here, Ben.
Yeah.
We win today.
No escaping, Benjamin. It took a little longer than expected to induce Ben, so we are behind schedule. This isn't great because we have a very packed schedule at the hospital, so we're gonna have to be very focused and very efficient to get back on track. Yeah, not today, Benjamin. We want to make sure we get all of his monitoring on. He's doing everything to make life difficult today. All right, Benjamin. At this point in time, Ben is being treated with diabetes as aggressively as we possibly can. If you want to just try and get blood, and that way we can see what his glucose is while I'm doing this. The keepers are treating him like you would a cat at home or humans. They are giving daily insulin injections, and they are testing his urine every single day for glucose. So some phenomenal care and phenomenal teamwork on their part to really provide Ben with the best care and welfare that we can. He got chunky, Cindy, but in the good way.
He's perfect.
Yes, in the perfect way.
I think Ben is extra special to me. He is one of the most rewarding animals that I've worked with up to this point because it has been such a challenge. And this has been a lot of work to get him to this point.
Cindy, you seem nervous. Why are you nervous?
I'm not nervous.
When you say you're not nervous like that, it means you're nervous. I'm not nervous.
No, I'm not nervous. The two things I'm really worried about with Ben are the blood glucose and his kidneys to make sure there's no damage to kidneys. Worst case scenario would be that his numbers have not changed or they are elevated, and we not only have to inject once, but probably twice a day.
Poor Ben's being squeezed and prodded and pushed. He did not want to play. Yeah, that looks really nice. What a nice kidney. Nice and plump. So I remember him having a fairly thick bladder wall. It's much better than that, but see this, it's still a little thicker than normal. His bladder wall was a little bit thickened, which makes me think he may have some grumbling underlying urinary issues, but his liver had normal structure. It looked beautiful on the screen. His kidneys look great, thicking. So urine done.
Lots of urine.
And we were able to get a very, very large urine sample, which is definitely going to help us evaluate things. The next step was to take x-rays. Ready? That looks great. Things look good, Cindy.
Good.
Yeah, his heart even looks normal, so yay. Done with x-rays. You just have to deal with the guilt of doing it.
He's not going to forgive me for a
He's
while.
He's not going to forgive any of us for a while. So we took full body x-rays and everything looked pretty good. So hopefully, fingers crossed, his urine samples come back normal. His blood samples don't show us any other issues that might be going on. We got all the blood and the urine, so hopefully if everything comes back normal, that's our last exam for him for a while.
Today was stressful. I'm sure he's very happy it's over. I know I am.
Okay, thank you, bye-bye.
You ready to hoof trim on some reindeer today?
I'm ready. I like how one of them's standing there with their feet in the
bucket.
water bowl right now. It's like, so you go get a manicure, you soak your cuticle first.
Today we're going to be doing hoof trims on our 3 reindeer girls, Sugar Plum, Snowflake, and Abby.
Come on, Abby.
So if we did not do hoof trims, their hooves would get overgrown, which can affect the way they walk, how pressure is applied to their legs, and down the lines that could cause medical issues. The reason we're doing their hooves right now is because currently the girls are shedding their velvet. That's the outer coating of the antler, the furriness of it. We're kind of at that sweet spot. We don't have to worry about their antlers getting nicked. At the same time, the velvet is still present, so that provides us a little safety as well. So first up is Abby.
Ready, set.
Steven.
Got her. She's good.
We kind of have a process down of how we're going to do this, and this entire thing they'll be awake for.
They ready for me in there? My name is Mel Jones. I'm a farrier, also known as a horseshoer or trimmer. How much does she weigh?
250.
Well, at least she's not a draft horse.
Yeah.
These feet are a little different, but they're hooves. Okay, that one's done.
We're gonna rotate her
Okay.
counterclockwise.
Okay.
Okay, I am between her antlers. So with the way we're having to restrain Abby right now, I'm actually ending up with my head in between Abby's antlers, so that can be a little dangerous.
I have his life between my hands.
This is practice.
For what?
For the next two.
Yeah, this is the easy one.
All right, she's done.
Okay, let's get Josh out.
We just finished up Abby's hoof trim.
Peace out.
Now we're gonna move to Snowflake. A little nervous because she is more skittish reindeer.
Okay.
She wants to start right here, huh?
Yep.
Definitely when you're having to restrain an animal, you know, it is a little nerve-wracking, but also my primary job is to make sure that our reindeer are safe.
Okay, that one's done.
Okay, I'm gonna sneak out.
Can you sneak out?
You know what they call this? Reindeer aerobics.
I love it.
Our reindeer girls are not small, so having to buddy up and restrain them is definitely a taxing process.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Snowflake's hoof trim went pretty well. Up next, we have Sugar Plum. And as a reindeer, she's actually the most calm and does the best by herself.
Everyone good?
Yeah.
I think
Do I need
so.
to readjust?
No, I'm good.
She is our largest female, so hoping she continues that calm demeanor throughout the whole thing.
Okay. You okay, Jen? Sugar.
I've lost her.
Oh.
Damn it. Easy.
You okay, Jen?
Okay, I've lost her. Damn it. Easy. Damn it. Let her go. Let's let her go.
So today we're working on doing hoof trims on our reindeer girls. We've gotten 2 of them done, and now we're working on Sugar, and she is giving us a little bit of trouble.
Is everyone all right?
Yeah.
Do you have all your teeth?
Yeah, I just got velvet in my mouth.
Let's give her a minute.
Sugar Plum did rear up, and her antler kind of hit my jaw.
Thank you.
I have no hard feelings. I still love her just as much as all the other girls. So we just gotta hurry up and finish this one hoof so we can get her out of the barn.
I know, baby. I know. We're almost there. Snip it.
Good?
She's good.
Okay,
All right.
Let's go.
Nice work, guys.
it is just a day at the nail salon.
Come on, cute creature.
See a shadow.
Hi.
Poe is a bush baby.
God, you're cute.
Bush babies are one of the quickest animals we work with.
Look at her go. She's so quick. She's using those ears. Look at her go.
Checking it out. They're really great jumpers.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Isn't that cute? So depending on the height of the tree, they could jump up to 20 feet from tree to tree.
Whoa.
No problem.
Holy cow.
We could try even a little bit further if you want. My favorite thing to do with Poe is to just interact with guests. Being able to show people what they do naturally is our whole goal, because that's more memorable than us just telling them. Them actually getting to see it and getting to experience it, that's what we're trying to accomplish. You could do it, sis.
I have broad shoulders. I've been working out.
Woo!
Whoa, good job, Angel.
She did it! Come on up. Sorry.
Why? Why?
Do you feel the sticky
I
hand?
feel the sticky hands. Is she still urine washing?
Yeah.
Is that why you're doing this?
Yeah.
Oh, you're so cute.
They
I can.
urine wash, so they'll pee on their hands and feet and
Thank
then
you.
run across the trees.
I'm very aware.
She's
Thank
a
you.
hairstylist.
I know.
A little added hair gel for you
Thank
there.
you. I needed that.
What we want to do, touch the heart to teach the mind, those special moments that are very memorable. He will always remember those sticky hands sticking onto his head.
It's a mess. I'm gonna have to go home and take a shower now.
Good morning. Are you ready for some monkey business?
Yes, waiting on Heather. and then totally ready. Shannon got a hold of the vets. They agreed to come down here and do a full workup on Bob. He's been isolating himself lately, which is not like him at all. So we're gonna sedate Bob in our chute, and then we're gonna take him up to the hospital where we can do a full workup. He's just been acting a little strange. He's just been acting not like Bob. He's not very into food, which he normally is a lot. We've been seeing coughing, we've been seeing sneezing.
He doesn't smoke, does he?
I hope not. Who knows with these monkeys?
I get a little concerned with a middle-aged to older animal that's coughing that it could be a variety of things. One, obviously, is a respiratory infection like pneumonia, but older animals, we have to consider heart disease.
So I'm waiting for Heather. I want Heather to poke him. The last few times that we've had to sedate our monkeys, I have been the one to do the hand injection, which I don't mind doing, but I don't always want to be the bad guy. So today, I am going to make Heather the bad guy.
Hello, everyone. I'm here.
Good, we've been waiting on you. You're the bad guy today.
Yes. We're all set to go when you're ready.
All right.
All right.
Well, I'll go give him a little stabby stab.
Thank you.
Managing the vervet monkeys is easy because they're so well habituated. The keepers will be able to bring Bob into a narrow runway and hand inject him with the anesthetic drug. So it's very smooth induction. I don't have to dart him. I don't have to chase him around.
Yes, you are. All right, Bobzo.
I'm always nervous anytime we need to do a sedation with any of our animals.
Good job.
I love these monkeys, and so it'd be like a member of your family going to the hospital for a procedure.
Bob hip. Good job.
Heather was successful in her hand injection of Bob. He's sedated, and now we're gonna head up to the hospital to do his workup.
Time for some monkey business. This is the hard side to back into.
You're crushing it, Avery.
You're doing amazing.
I love this cheering section I have. Oh my gosh.
The amazing thing is her eyes are closed. When we get back to the hospital, the first step is to get our patient stabilized. So we'll put an endotracheal tube in to get him on gas anesthesia. We'll start an IV catheter to maintain fluids. Before we start doing anything diagnostic, we want to make sure a patient is stable, resting comfortably, in a good plane of anesthesia. He's got some congestion on the left side,
Okay,
which may be from the anesthesia, but it may be part of the cough, so we'll get a good look on x-ray.
good.
It's not pregnant.
That's good.
What did he say?
He's not pregnant.
Not pregnant.
Blood pressure.
Bob is definitely my favorite. We just call him a teddy bear because he's just so sweet. He loves to train, he loves to interact with us, and he's just really a big, huggable, lovable guy.
Come along, Bob. Let's take some x-rays. Heart disease would be a serious situation, could be fatal. So I'm hoping that's not the case. You ready for chest?
Ready.
Shoot.
Done.
Heart looks all around, doesn't it?
Did you say it looks a little round?
Heart looks all around, doesn't it? Bob is a 9-year-old male vervet monkey who has had about a 2-week history of respiratory signs, so he's coughing some, on and off not eating well, and just not really thriving. The first thing I notice on x-ray is his heart looks a little rounded. If this is a sign of an enlarged heart, it would suggest that his problem is related to heart disease. Eric, can you grab the fluid pole?
Yeah.
We'll move into CT, and I like CT imaging for lots of reasons, but it'll give us a lot more detail. We'll use a contrast study, which will highlight areas in his chest. We'll be able to see his heart, his lungs well, and also his abdominal organs too. So we can see if there's a mass or abnormalities in his kidney or liver or anything else.
I am nervous and a little bit scared that it could be something more risky than an upper respiratory infection. I'm still really hopeful that it's not. I'm definitely anxious to find out what's going on.
It's over here. When I look at Bob's CT, the first thing I notice is his heart looks fine. It's perfectly normal, but it's immediately apparent that he's got some areas of abnormal lungs on both sides. Okay, so this is Bob's CT of his lungs with contrast. And then we get down here, look at that.
Like, what are all those wormy things?
Those are vessels,
Oh, okay.
but that's wrong. Look how much white there is
Yes. So what is that?
there. That's pneumonia. And then you get down here, there's more there. That's a fair amount of consolidation. So that whole lung tip is solid.
Oh, okay. It's not great news. We don't want our animals to have pneumonia, but it's not the worst news.
Small isolated area. He's doing well, otherwise he's not coughing up a bunch of phlegm,
Right.
doesn't have a fever. So I think we caught pneumonia very early in the stage and it should clear up. That's what you wanted to hear, right?
That's exactly what I wanted to hear. So part of my job is to think about these animals all the time. I think about them when I'm here. I think about it when I'm at home. My God. You know, I think about them all the time. I'm gonna get past this sentence, I swear to God. When something's wrong with them, I don't feel okay. So knowing that he's gonna be okay is a huge relief to me.
Happy, relieved, calm. I feel good.
Today is really good. These are happy tears. I'm super happy that Bob's gonna be totally fine.
Sleepy monkey.
He's so sleepy.
I think we can take him back and he can wake up there
Great.
amongst his friends.
The best teddy bear around.
I'm on my way to meet Cindy at the bin throwing habitat and update her on Ben. Hi.
Good news?
Yeah. So Ben's results came back and everything looks great. Yeah, his glucose is normal, like his fructosamine, that blood test we look at to indicate what his diabetes control has been over the last few weeks. Looks great. Like
all
he's
that hard
super
work
well
paid
controlled.
off.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely. Ben's really gonna cruise. So he's gonna get his daily insulin injections. He's living really well here at the zoo. He's having a great life. And the keepers are very closely monitoring him. So how's he doing now?
We're working on getting him back in there and building up the trust
Back his
again.
routine.
So
Okay.
we can start do the injections again.
So the good news is that we at least know those doses work.
Right.
So we don't have to change anything. So as soon as he's back to letting you do the injections, we know kind of what works and what to get him back. So
good.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm so glad. I'm so pleased. It was really nerve-wracking to not know anything about where his
Because
glucose
it's been a
levels.
long time. I'm feeling very good about all the hard work we put in, including Ben, and dealing with his keepers, sticking a needle in him every day, even though it's a small needle. Very proud of him.
Just let me know when he's back to training and we can get his insulins
I
started
will.
again. And
Okay.
Cool. All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Cindy. These blood results mean that we are able to control Ben's diabetes really well. And the most important part of his control is the keepers being able to give insulin injections. So without their training of Ben to receive a daily insulin injection, he would definitely be much sicker. And I don't know if he'd be with us right now. It's been a crazy week, but I'm almost done. I'm on my way to stop off at the koala building to see Ruwalin as my last check. Priya to Taylor, Australia. I want to make sure that her eye is healing well. I happen to miss the CT scan, so I just want to catch up and see how she's doing.
I told her you were coming. She was so excited, she stayed in the same spot.
Hi,
Just
Brew.
gonna-
That looks so good. That looks so good.
Good.
Yeah, I'm thrilled.
She's so good.
After looking at the right eye, it looks remarkably better. It's massively improved. It almost looks like it's completely healed and resolved. Even the blood vessels have regressed, which means they've done their job and they're like, bye-bye. But there's a little scar, but it looks flat. It looks fantastic.
Ruwalin's gonna have a little bit of scarring on that eye, which is okay. She still seems to be able to see well, so that scarring shouldn't affect her at all. She's in great health overall for a 16-year-old koala. We're really hopeful that she will spend a lot more years with us. She's a great part of the program, and she is just our resident old lady.
Bye, Rue. I see you in a few days. See you next week. Bye, Rue.
Lactating females burn a lot of calories for you.
I'm not gonna disagree. If I keep getting pregnant, maybe I'll go back to high school weight. Yeah, so it may have become apparent that I'd maybe gained a little bit of weight, and that was not because I had gained a huge amount of weight, but it was in fact because I was pregnant.
I want to get pregnant, so I lactate.
Did you just say you want to get pregnant?
So I can lactate, so
I
I lose
heard
weight.
it. I'm still stuck on I want to get pregnant. There's a lot that goes with that.
With nipples all over the body.
Yes.
Because that's something that you've desired in all animals.
When babies are born and you are here watching that, one of the most stressful periods of time is when you're waiting for the baby to nurse for the first time. This is a red panda, this is a giraffe, this is an elephant, and they go for the elbows, and then they go for the ears, then they go for the butt. And it just seems like it would make sense that as mammals have evolved, that they just have nipples all over them so you don't have to stress about it, right?
I don't think that's a good reason to have nipples all over your body. It's still gonna make them latching equally concerning.
No, because they'll bump into the elbow and be like, oh, there's a nipple.
I'm fine with how the system has been built. I kind of like what nipples are right now.
It's my opinion.
You know, each to their own.
Look at all this browse. Hey, Jen. How are you? You still coughing? Oh. Sweetie. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, that was a big one. We have two mooses. We have OG and we have Bertha. And Bertha, her mom was chased off a bridge by a bear and injured herself and had to be put down. And that's why Bertha was an orphan. So she's not our typical moose orphan that's been abandoned by mom and so probably has something wrong. Bertha's always been, you know, Bertha. She's just cruised along. She's very sweet. She's a very vocal moose. So most of the year, you know, if you're asking her to do something, she kind of, the moose go, roo, 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 roo. They make really, you know, fun noises. She'll get very vocal with us when she doesn't really want to do something. So I love Bertha. She's always been in good health, but now she's had this intermittent cough.
This is what it sounds like when a moose coughs. Coughing isn't normal at all for moose. Occasionally, if you hear like them clearing their throat or something after they eat, but we hear coughing pretty much every single day.
You're beautiful. Thinking about this all night long, I was like, I am not gonna sleep. I am not gonna sleep. I'm not gonna sleep. It makes you lose sleep every night, especially when she started to cough. Bertha is very special. All moose are special to me because they are my favorite animals. I love them all. I tend to sort of love the ones that I helped hand rear. I, you know, of course, love her. I love her more than anything.
I feel like the orphans that come in they really just kind of push us to our limits because we know they could die. And emotionally, it's very taxing to work with an animal every day that you know might not make it. And so when they do, when you're over the hump, when they're 6 and 7 years old, you don't worry as much anymore because you think you're in good health, you're looking good. So for this to pop up, especially with an animal that's been healthy her whole life, it really, I think, is kind of a trigger for us and we get a little worried.
Oh, her mouth is open a little bit. You poor baby.
All right, sweetie, you can go out with OG. Go in.
This past week, her coughing took a little bit of a turn with her tongue would stick out and kind of stay out. Could it be something simple? Does she have allergies? You know, could it be something more significant? So when I took the video of her coughing with her tongue hanging out, I sent it on to Dr. Youngie. He decided that he wanted to give her some antibiotics, and at some point we'd like to schedule her for an immobilization to get a better look. So it's not quite as nerve-wracking as immobilizing a large carnivore. But if we were to immobilize her...
Good girl, Bertha.
She's 700 pounds. It's gonna be an all-hands-on-deck kind of day. We're gonna need the whole team there. It's a lot. And just the amount of time that she's been coughing without us being able to figure out how to fix that is a little concerning. Yeah, I'm very nervous, very scared. I have great anxiety about this. So I'm hoping everything goes smoothly and we find out what is wrong with her so that we can treat it with the proper treatment.
Now we're cooking with fire. Good.
Oh. She's growly, huh?
Yeah, she's feisty.
Hi. Oh, I can see it better now.
Yeah.
Honey, what did you do? So Torvi is one of our young lynx sisters. We noticed in 2018, we had just recently brought Torvi in, and we discovered that she had a broken jaw. and the surgeon plated her jaw. So she's got a plate that goes along her jawline with little screws in it. But then this morning, we noticed what we thought was a little blood smear on her chin. With Torvi, immediately, I think, what's going on with her jawline? Do I need to worry that that plate has started to move? I'm really glad this hasn't impacted your ability to roar and growl at us.
No,
and
she's
hiss.
mad.
Torvi and her sisters, Astrid and Siggy, they came to us from another zoo when they were about 1 year old. They were raised by their mama, and their mom definitely taught them to be feisty little kitties. If you move too quick or talk too loud, they let you know.
I mean, she's acting, this is herself, so
Yeah.
it's not like she's extra grumpy. So I think she's feeling okay, and we're ahead of it, so that's good.
What we do worry about a little bit is infection. So if we're seeing some blood here, did she have an abscess? Is it near that plate? Is it involved with that plate? So in most surgical cases where you need plates or screws, we don't go back in and take those out, but you could.
Hopefully we can just take the plate and a couple of screws out and it just heals up.
The best way for us to assess that is going to be to get our hands on her, get some x-rays, and we're gonna have one of our friends from MedVet come out and assess her as well. What a little trooper she is. And we'll get you all fixed up, lady.
Okay.
Oh, she's holding it hard.
It's hard to tell with her not weight bearing. Do you think she'll let me touch it?
Yeah, you can try touching it. Just be real gentle.
Doing good. I know.
Oh. It's ouchie. What did you do to yourself? It's okay, baby. Cora is our newest red panda. She came to us from the Cincinnati Zoo, and she now has 2 cubs. The red pandas are the cutest animals in the world, and their babies are stinking cute. The cubs are almost 2 months old. Right now, they pretty much depend on Cora for all of their nutrition. We planned to weigh the cubs this morning, and when we went in to see Cora and see the pandas, Cora was not using her right front leg at all. Basically 3-legging it, which was not expected and not good.
Does it look swollen to you?
It's a good girl. It's okay.
Doing good. You know.
She was toe touching, as in just literally just putting her toes to the ground, but she really doesn't want to put any weight on that leg.
Yeah, I think we just need to check it out.
We need to check it out, Christy. I was afraid you were going to say that.
I mean, it could be a sprain. It could be something soft tissue. It absolutely could be, but the way she's holding it, the worst case scenario is that there is some kind of fracture there. On the whole, red pandas aren't really clumsy creatures. They are so well adapted to climbing trees, and they're so flexible and so mobile. So it's really, really unlikely that she fell and lost her balance, but who knows? It's Cora. Cora does what Cora wants to do.
Oh, God, I hope it's not broken. What's going to happen if it's, like, broken? What if she has a broken leg or a broken foot? We will cross that bridge when we get there. She will be fine, right?
I know Chrissy is really, really nervous about the situation. As you would be, Cora is pretty lame. This situation is complicated by the fact that she does have young cubs. They are nursing. We want to make sure she is not away for them too long.
Come on, sweetheart. The cubs are both almost 2 months old. She needs all 4 of her legs to take good care of them. Right now, they pretty much depend on Cora for all of their nutrition. You're such a good girl. And she also helps them to go to the bathroom. Shutting it.
The fact that we know she can probably climb, or she's going to want to climb, it may be a little dangerous, so it may be safer for her to be crated and brought up to the hospital, which is an enclosed space, and then we'll sneak attack her with an injection.
Oh, hi, Heidi. She's like, hi, what's going on?
What's in the box? So they're gonna release her and she may skedaddle around a bit. Okay. Have her walk out, distract her with some stuff, and I'm gonna jab her. So just be careful and maybe stay out of her way, just so she doesn't climb up you.
Hi, sweetie. You ready to come out? Hopefully she won't walk too much because she's limping.
What
You
is
want a
this
couple
place?
apples? No?
It's like, I'm gonna go over here real fast.
Oh, she's you. Oh.
What is this place? It's like, I'm gonna go over here real fast.
She's you. Oh.
Look at her foot.
Now she's using it. She's not limping at all.
And the lights.
Once the anesthetic injection went in,
I'm fine, guys. I'm fine.
she starts to bear weight.
Look at her go. She's so stinking cute.
So it could be the adrenaline kind of making her override any discomfort. But ultimately, the fact that she was able to weight bear almost completely, Cora was deemed to be an attention seeker at that moment in time.
She's like, I need some more people to fawn over me. I feel as though she might be a bit of a drama queen.
She's so cute.
Oh gosh, look at her little face.
When she went for her little wander after the injection went in, she was definitely weight bearing, which really gives us hope that it isn't a fracture and she's just tweaked it quite significantly. She's definitely not still out of the woods yet. Oh, it does feel swollen. Like pretty significantly swollen.
Did you find something?
It's very swollen.
Oh.
On our initial palpation, a lot of swelling, and the swelling was significant to the point that you could press it and your finger kind of depressed into the region.
Yeah, I can see now that you're pressing into the fur.
So it was significantly inflamed, but I couldn't necessarily feel a fracture.
Did they do an x-ray?
Right now.
They haven't done it yet?
No.
Do you feel any brokenness?
I wasn't gonna push too hard. It's just very swollen. So we'll see what the x-ray shows.
We're at that point where, oh, great, now something's wrong with the mother. So I always go into, okay, we need to figure out what's gonna happen with the babies if this becomes a long-term thing. These babies are young, they're still nursing. Red Panda moms are fantastic moms. And to let them grow up in their habitat is what I would prefer them to do. So I'm kind of on that while Priya is trying to find out what's wrong with the leg.
All right, everyone, 6 feet. So this is where all the swelling is. So I just want to make sure that these bones are intact, and if they are, I'll start feeling around for a bite wound or something.
Would a sprain look like that?
Yeah, I mean, you would see that joint swelling with the sprain, so it's definitely possible. I think it's normal, guys. When the x-ray pops up on the screen, I can see that the 2 long bones that I'm the most worried about based on where the swelling is, which is the ulnar and radius, look intact. No obvious fractures, and it's a huge, huge relief.
Yeah, wow, the swelling is really evident when you look at the other one.
We were able to see, though, that she had a significant amount of swelling around that whole part of her leg. So not sure what that's from. We couldn't really find anything for a bite, but there's no guarantee. They have a lot of thick fur on their legs as well, so.
So she needs a lot of anti-inflammatories, let's put it that way. The plan is to give her an injection of an anti-inflammatory to try and take that swelling down and make her feel more comfortable. And then the intention is to put her back in her habitat with her cubs because they obviously really need their mom. And we hope for the best, and we'll get an update later today. I will show you yesterday's collage, Christy.
That's crazy.
Look at her face.
While we're waiting for Cora to recover, and as we start talking about babies and nursing and all of that stuff, I couldn't help but show Christy, who actually hasn't seen my baby pictures for a while, baby pictures of my baby.
She's so happy.
It's not even right. When will you not be concerned about her anymore?
For now, I think all we can really do is you guys just nutritionally support her, and I'm hoping she'll naturally kick back in a few days. So we'll see how it goes.
The waking up process stresses me out.
Oh, gotcha, gotcha. I think we're gonna see her start to move in about 5-10 minutes.
Generally, with animals that are in a crate and they're waking up from sedation, it's very difficult to tell how awake they really are. So you really have to watch an animal when they're under sedation.
I think she might be my favorite.
Cora's your favorite?
I think so.
Really? I'll take her.
We're about to dart Miss Torvey to get her asleep so we can take a look at that jaw. Hi, Nugget. I know. I know. Where do you want to be?
Torvey isn't really our most participatory cat. So darting is a stressful event for her. We need to get her in a nice enclosed space so that I can get a good shot, but make sure that everybody is safe.
Dart's in.
The dart went well. She's starting to get sleepy right away.
Sleepy kitties have sleepy kitty dreams.
Got her? In most cases, when an implant is placed, they can often stay there for years, if not forever. Infection is one of the complications and one of the risk factors that we're always looking for whenever we put implants into an animal. So if it wasn't for this infection, we wouldn't be investigating and we wouldn't even think twice about leaving it in.
That's how I carry my cats around at home.
One of the first things we want to do is take x-rays just to see if there's any bone proliferation, if the fracture is healed, and just get a better idea of what's going on with that plate. Okay, good job. The plate has been in for about 2 years, so there could be complications like bone growing over the plate, some gingival issues there, so we're not entirely sure what we're gonna face.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So our initial evaluation of the x-rays shows that everything looks good. The previous jaw fracture has healed, but it's very apparent that there is a draining tract and potentially pus coming from an infection in that region around the plate through the jaw. So it's definitely time to take the plate out. So the next step is to have a really good look at inside that mouth and see how easy it's gonna be to take the plate.
Oh, look. It's like so much legs.
All the legs.
They're just like such weird animals. They're so tall.
So soft.
Whenever we have any of these medical issues, you know, there's a little bit problem solving going on about what the secondary impacts of the plate might be, but at least we know how we're gonna fix it. I think ultimately the plan is to just take it out and it should all resolve. We are anticipating this to be a fairly straightforward, routine plate removal.
So we will clip and prep this area for you and then
Sounds good.
do your thing. We've called in Dr. Barnhart, and he's a veterinary surgeon specialist who's at MedVet. He actually did her surgery 2 years ago when she had that jaw fracture.
You guys okay if I start working?
Yeah.
So that's a little titanium screw.
Awesome.
Good job.
Good job, Screw. For the original surgery, Dr. Barnhart placed a single plate that has 5 separate screws, and those screws kept both parts of the jaw together while it was healing. And now Dr. Barnhart has to take out each individual screw before we can get that plate off.
This one's just being a little tough to get out because of the bone. I'm worried it's stripping out the screw head.
Part of the problem is her bone has started to kind of grow over that plate and over some of the screws, making it really challenging to get good exposure.
Stripping out. I'll have to figure out an alternative here. This is gonna sound weird. Is there like a toolbox around here?
Goodness.
I'm worried it's stripping out the screw head. This is gonna sound weird. Is there like a toolbox around here?
Dr. Barnhart is pretty fast and efficient at taking out as many screws as he can. By the time he gets to the 5th screw, he's really struggling to get this screw out.
Stripping out. What I could use is like a small pair of like either like wire cutters or bolt cutters or something like that.
In your home life, I'm sure we've all had a situation where you're putting together a piece of furniture or you take something apart and put it back together and you have a stripped screw. So I can just imagine how very frustrating this situation is.
Bring us a smorgasbord.
Yeah, whatever you got
wire
for wire
cutters.
cutters. Improvising, right? You gotta improvise.
One of the things about zoo medicine is just making sure we're creative and adaptive and, you know, able to change the plan at a moment's notice.
All right, let's see if we can get these to fit in the hole.
We have this small window of time to do this work with this animal, and how do we accomplish that when someone's thrown a wrench in our plans? Or a stripped screw?
Sparks.
Do I need to go get a fire extinguisher? Hang out, stand here?
At this point, we've tried everything we can. We've asked for all the tools that we might possibly have, and this plate is not moving.
What do you think about? I mean, I am fine with ending this procedure today and repeating it again when we have more materials, as long as the team feels that's okay as well.
Yeah, I can just close this up. All right, sweetie.
We make the decision that if the plate remains in Torvi's mouth for another couple of weeks, it's not gonna hurt her in any way.
Fluffy, fluffy, fluffy girl.
Sorry. And that seems to be the best solution for the problem we have at hand, to give us more time to plan and to make sure we have everything set for the next procedure.
Stinker. I have to keep it on.
It's the law.
It's mandated.
White-bellied tree pangolins, they're incredible animals. Most people don't know what they even are. They're very elusive. Some are nocturnal. They can hide very well. They can roll up into a tiny ball and be very small. They live in the trees. Some of them live underground. All pangolins are either endangered, critically endangered, or vulnerable. The most trafficked wildlife in the world.
Do you have any food, Cindy?
One of the hard things about caring for pangolins is the weaning process, getting the baby to eat on its own.
Tony is very inquisitive. He spends so much time checking out something.
Tony doesn't miss a beat. He just walks around and will climb on your legs and climb up the logs, and you can pet him and scratch his belly.
Okay, now are we ready to see if he'll eat something?
He's growing like a weed. He's not a baby anymore, although we will call him our baby forever.
There's his tongue.
Hi, Cora. She's looking at us.
Sweetie. Now we need to go check on Cora and see how she's doing, and hopefully she's awake enough that she can come back home.
No tree climbing today.
Lactating female, she will eventually stop producing if nobody is nursing. So I do worry about the length of time that she's away from her cubs. Once you get past the 24-hour mark, we run into that risk. Just something she can't do anymore if she's gone too long.
Oh, boy.
So the fun thing about, not so fun, when you have an animal recovering in a crate is you don't want to let them out until they're with it. It's hard to know if they may be just fooling you while they're in the crate.
It's okay. Take your time, all right?
Oh, there she goes. Oh, she's a little drunk. Okay. Vet staff was fine with us taking her down. We were fine, and she looked bright-eyed and like she's got it all together. We let her out.
Oh, dear.
Okay. Oh, there she goes. Oh, she's a little drunk. Okay. We let her out, and she immediately rolls down the hill. So, you know, in hindsight, maybe we should have waited a little bit longer, but again, it's hard to tell. Okay, let's just stay over here. So Cora was not using her front leg this morning, so she was just anesthetized. It's hard to tell when they're in a crate if they're fully awake.
Yeah.
She is not fully awake. She's awake, but you know, a little clumsy.
Why are you walking this way?
So then we were just making sure she didn't wander into a moat or whatnot.
You're making me nervous, Cora. You're gonna fall into the pool. And now I'm concerned, because the exhibit has trees, it has the hill, it has the moat, it has the catwalk that she has to walk up, and now I'm freaking out because how is she gonna navigate the yard? Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Good Lord.
You're okay. Where are you going?
My leg hurts and I'm feeling a little woozy.
So I'll definitely be keeping an eye on her.
I know. Oh, poor baby.
My hope for Cora and her babies moving forward is that we have no more injuries. We're all watching Cora a lot in the box to make sure that she's being a good mom and in with her babies where she's supposed to be.
Okay, ready? Let's go. Yeah. All right. So this morning we're taking Torvi over to MedVet to take the rest of the plate off of her jaw.
Thank you. Bye, Torvi. We really were hoping that we could get everything done at the zoo without having to move Torvi, without having to have a prolonged anesthetic. But unfortunately, in this case, it's in her best interest to take her to MedVet and make sure that they have everything that they may need to resolve this issue. Well, I've never done this backwards. Good morning.
Good morning.
I can lift her if you want to pull the stretcher. As soon as we get to MedVet, everyone's expecting us. We go straight into a room, and it's go time.
How's she been doing since the last surgery?
Really good. We're gonna have Dr. Barnhart, our surgeon there, to be able to remove the bone plate.
Just one strip screw in there.
Yes.
And so I got to cut into the screw and create sort of a new interface. It's my troublesome friend.
Okay.
So this is an extractor.
As soon as Dr. Barnhart comes in, I'm sure he's having just flashbacks how stubborn and how frustrating this screw is to remove. That's a magic tool.
That's what the magic tool is, huh?
And if I can't get it with this, then I will cut the plate. There's a mallet in there in that hamper.
Mallet. It's like the whole kitchen sink. This chisel and mallet came out, and I had to stop looking for a minute because that sounded terrible.
Wait, it's still there.
Oh, that hammer with the clink, clink.
Ding, ding, ding.
It really looks like this is giving us some issues. So I'm really glad we decided to close up last time and come down here for what is already turning out to be a big procedure.
There's our problem friend right there.
So we just have the screw.
Yeah, so there's just a screw head to stick it out.
The screw's still there.
Yeah.
But it exposed the screw so we can get a grip on it. Finally, Dr. Barnhart has been able to cut the plate, and now all we have left is that little tiny screw that's been screwing up all of our plans.
It turned. Whatever turns, so.
I like it.
As the screw turns. Goodness.
There it comes. Yay.
Nicely done. Dr. Barnhart got the screw out, complete and full, nothing left. We are good to go.
Yay!
Here you go, it's a little
Thanks.
fun stuff.
I love it. It's tiny. This little piece caused all of this trouble.
That's gonna be a necklace.
All done.
How's it feel? Big victory?
Big but small victory. The screw's about that big, so, but it felt really good getting in and out. All good in the end, though. The bone looks great, so everything else looks very healthy.
After some, pretty long, pretty frustrating procedures, the end result was fantastic. The plate is out, so I'm hoping it's just up and up for Torvi from now.
This morning is Moose Bertha's exam. Bertha has continued to have some coughing and some respiratory discharge, so we decided to do an anesthesia to get a good look, get some samples for diagnostics, and see if we can sort out what's at the bottom of her respiratory disease.
So maybe just one here. It's nice and cool this morning. We have all the supplies that we need. We have enough staff in, and we're ready to go. We don't immobilize Moose very often here. We haven't done it in the 5 years I've been here, so I'm pretty nervous.
I'm totally gonna cry.
Why?
Just because I'm so anxious.
Kelly loves our moose. She really does. So she's been very nervous.
Did you sleep? I did not.
Not well.
Very freaked out. Didn't sleep very well. The moose are my favorite. Randy feels confident. I, on the other hand, am a mess. I'm just nervous, anxiety. I just want this to go well. So yeah, scared.
Oops, I guess I should get my dart gun.
You need the dart gun and the dart, Randy.
Oh, yeah.
Randy's just gonna will her to sleep with his mind.
Dart's in.
Is she darted yet?
Yep.
Okay.
I sometimes forget to breathe.
You gotta remember to breathe or else you pass out and then you're no good to anybody.
Dart's in. We got a good solid hit, stuck in the muscle.
Is she darted yet?
Yep.
Okay.
The drug acts as a tranquilizer first. It's not a real quick anesthesia, so she should slowly get sleepy and sit down.
Yeah, there's no way to like peek in.
Our procedure is close up the doors and watch through the cracks. But the keepers have lined the stall well with bedding to keep her from injuring herself when she falls down, so we can't see. Standing right there looking at me. It's working its magic. We got a good dart hit.
Nice shot.
Thank you.
Oh, she looks sleepy.
That a girl. That a girl. Right there.
Oh, good girl.
That'll do
there.
nicely. Thank you. I'd say she's ready.
She seems pretty sleepy.
She down?
She out.
Katie and I will get her intubated. Anesthesia is a big part of the risk of a procedure, so we're going to get the procedure done efficiently and as quickly as we can. I'm sure it's in.
I feel it, yeah.
Just be careful, guys. She's kicking a little bit back here.
Ew.
She bit me.
She bit you? So that's your blood. Okay, good. I'm not happy that you're bleeding, but I'm happy that it's your blood.
Surprisingly, Bertha has a few significant points in her mouth. She's got some sharp edges. It's going very well. She's breathing well. We got her tube in, which took a little bit of work and a little bit of flesh and blood. But now we're getting ready to scope her lungs, and that will be hopefully where we get our best information.
All right, ready, Randy?
Yep. All right, here we go.
One of the biggest tools that Dr. Randy's going to utilize is bronchoscopy, and this is putting a fiber optic scope actually down into her lungs to see what's going on. Is it inflamed? Is there any sort of phlegm or other mucousy material that might be contributing to the cough? Are there parasites that we can see? So hopefully we'll get Dr. Randy some answers.
I don't know what we're looking at.
We're in
her lungs.
We're in her bronchioles in her lungs.
Okay. There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a series of caverns.
So these look pretty clear. I expected to see a lot of goo there. Okay, hold on. Yeah, but the amount she's coughing, I expect to see pools of goo.
I know.
Oh, wait. No, back up.
I caught a booger.
Wait, I want to get that.
That's goo.
We'd see. So this is all mucus in her airway.
So that's what we're going to test?
Yeah.
In order to try and get a sample from deep in the lung, we want to take some of the phlegm and the mucus that we see and actually suck it out into a sterile container and send that for culture, which is going to show us what organisms are growing and are any of those causing the problems.
Is this up as high as it goes? We're not getting anything back. But I'm not getting any suction.
Yeah, this machine's as high as this goes. It's because this portable suction's awful.
Of course, the suction unit that we bring decides to not work. Additionally, is not powerful enough to really pull out what we need. So we need to think outside of the box. What we're doing now isn't working.
I feel like I'd almost get more suction if I just
suck it yourself.
Somehow connected this and sucked.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Tessa gets it, man. She's gonna manually try and create some suction so we can get a sample. Ugh.
Oh, I feel resistance that time.
Yeah. She puts all her strength behind it. You can do it. Nice! She creates a human suction and is able to get us a really good sample, which is going to be vital in trying to diagnose Bertha's issue.
That's a winner.
Good work.
I went to MacGyver school.
Chunks, yes. Good work, Tessa. Excellent out-of-the-box thinking.
Problem-solving skills. Found your track star.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, we've got a fair
Yeah, you
number
can go ahead.
of floaties.
We got Chunks.
Yeah. Let's come out all the way out. We'll be done.
Besides goo, are you seeing anything else?
Goo's not normal.
Okay, yeah.
Lots of mucus, but not big pools like I was expecting.
Hopefully she doesn't try and stand up.
How you feeling? Everything's going really well, but we still have the hurdle of her waking up. So hopefully this will be over soon and it'll be wonderful.
Versals are in.
She could pop up pretty quickly. If she pops up and she's a little groggy, that could be dangerous if she wrecks into you. If she pops up and she's not groggy at all, that could be even more dangerous because then she could kick you.
Middle. Yep. Yep.
Oh. Yep. Oh.
Here she goes. Here we go.
Let her go.
Easy, girl. Easy, girl.
Close that door. Dee, close that door.
Yeah, Dee Dee, close it.
Versals are in.
Yep. Yep.
Oh. Yep.
She could pop up pretty quickly. If she pops up and she's a little groggy, that could be dangerous if she wrecks into you. If she pops up and she's not groggy at all, that could be even more dangerous because then she could kick you.
Oh.
Here she goes. Here we go.
Let her go.
Easy, girl. Easy, girl.
Perfect.
So this is amazing. Bertha stood right up carefully.
Everybody else?
Close that door. Dee, close that door.
Yeah, Dee Dee, close it.
That was good. Good job, guys.
This is a huge relief. The rest of my day is going to be great.
All right, good job, everyone.
God, I love it when they just stand up.
Hey.
Come here, Bertha.
We had lots of good samples, so we'll get an idea what's going on down there. The lungs didn't look as bad as I thought. I thought we'd see stuff like this down in the airways, but we did not. A lot of mucus, and we got good samples, but nothing was occluded. Sounds more like just a bronchial irritation.
I don't think today could have gone any better. She went down nice and smoothly. We were able to do everything that we went to do. We're hopefully going to get some answers. Her recovery was great. I'm not sure how long it's going to take for those results to go out and come back. It's usually at least a week, but we'll see. Hopefully we get some answers. Thanks, Randy.
Bertha. Hey, beautiful Bertha.
Oh my gosh. Look at those faces. Get in there.
Look how cute they are. Oh, all right. I don't want to wake them up.
Now that Cora is really doing better, her leg is obviously healing and it's not a serious issue, I feel like things are going to get better. The cubs are going to continue to grow. Hi, sweetheart. It's okay. Just more fun to come. We're going to try to weigh Cora's cubs today just to make sure that they're gaining a good amount of weight like they should.
Oh, I know. He's gonna yell at you. Hello. Oh.
The male is a little bit feistier. He barks and lunges at you.
Oh my God.
Hi. Oh goodness, I know. You don't have to yell. You don't have to yell. Here. I'm gonna say 7:31. Okay, that's where I stopped for the longest. Adam, if you'd like to take her out.
They haven't lost weight, they've still gained, and that's all good. The cubs are like spontaneously combustible cute. Like, how is it that they exist? It's one of those things, like, how can you exist in this world being that cute? I don't even need to hold on to you.
I don't need to hold on to you. Oh my goodness, look at your face.
When they can peek out over the edge, that's my favorite. I know, you want your mama. Go find your sister. Here you go. What'd you think? Your babies are doing good.
Hi, Priya.
Hi, Erin.
Tori wants to say hi, Priya. Just an angry kitty today, but she's doing good.
Yeah, she's up there going, why
are you letting this lady look at me?
I know,
What
yeah.
is going on?
It's been a somewhat long road, a somewhat frustrating road. Hopefully Torvi feels very happy as we do that her plate is out.
She's taking all the meds, everything's going well.
Yeah, she's really surprised us with how resilient she's been through all of this.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Chewing normally,
All of that good stuff.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I hope this is the end of it. I hope we never have to deal with this again, because this has just been, I mean, it was just such an ordeal. I think we are all ready for this chapter in the book to be closed forever. I'm glad she can just be happy and healthy Lynx from here on out.
Kind of feel bad for her from having this play in and not causing any issues for years, and then all of a sudden it's like sedation after sedation after sedation. So
Right.
we are 100% on the same page.
I'm just so thankful that she's doing so awesome.
I don't know who's louder, you or him.
When they cultured the schmutz that we were able to take out of Bertha's lungs, we found that a different antibiotic would actually be better for this application. So we've moved forward with doing weekly dosing. So I definitely think that this course of treatment is having a lot of positive effects.
Perfect.
And that's why we did the lavage and got the sample.
That is French, right?
Lavage.
Lavage?
Yeah.
Lavage. Bronchial alveolar lavage.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought he said.
What he said.
I know, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, of course.
Bertha's been a good patient. She is very tolerant. She's not happy about getting her once-a-week darts, but she doesn't seem to hold a grudge. So hopefully we'll get her resolved, and she'll continue to do well.
Yay! My favorite.
Yeah, this is a huge relief. All of the worrying about what's going to happen, what we're going to find, that's all over with. So it's a good day.
Yum, 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 yum.
Come here, Trout. Come here. How are you? Oh, yes. Oh, don't make a mess on me. You're giving me those little googly eyes. Who is that?
Hi, Priya. Hi, Susie. Hi, Trout.
You know Priya. You know Priya. Look at her.
Is this why I can't get a hold of you sometimes? Because you're sitting and cuddling Penguin?
Busted.
I was just calling to check up on you. You're heading down to Florida soon?
Yes, I'm headed down.
I know, I'm pretty excited. I'm, going to check on the sea lions because we know.
Come move time, it has to be flawless. We have 10 sea lions down in Florida, a temporary facility, while we're building a brand new habitat that's going to be amazing.
Oh, boy.
We're very excited because we're getting ready to bring the sea lions home to the Columbus Zoo. I love all the sea lions, but there is one that really tugs at my heart, and that is Bodega. Bodega's 24 years old, so he's an old man, and he has been through a lot. And, you know, to bring him home means more to me than anything.
It's exciting. We're going to do it.
This is a sea lion dance. Ooh, ooh.
Oh, my God. That's a good time. This Trout, he's like, get me over.
Trout's gone.
Make sure you give Bodega and all the sea lions, but mostly Bodega and kids. It'll be a nice wet one. I'll get back, a fishy one, but I will do it for you.
That's awesome. Okay.
You take care.
Yep. Safe travels. Bye.
The vet team has been phenomenal. They're so excited about these animals coming and working with this team. It's going to be a great partnership, and I'm ready to get this show on the road. I want to bring them home. Did you just poop, Trout? Did you just poop?
right, guys. Chow time. No, that's not yours, buddy. Here. Chow time for the iguanas. Boss is our spiny-tailed iguana. He's our big male. He's around 17 years old. He's definitely an older man, but he's such a chill animal. I mean, he happy-go-lucky. You know, doesn't have a care in the world. You don't find spiny iguanas that are nice and as loving as Boss is. He's just a big sweetheart, and he's become one of our favorites in our reptile department. Y'all done, man? You want some more? Most people don't see reptiles as the cute and cuddly, and they're not the furry, lovable types. But iguanas in general, they're like dogs and cats. I mean, they each have their own individual personality. It's like having a dog at home that you know, you've raised through thick and thin. You know, you develop a bond with them. I have had a passion for reptiles since I could walk. My earliest memory, and my parents never let me forget this, we went camping. I was 7, and while my parents were setting up the tent, I wandered off, and they lost sight of me, came and found me, and I was playing with a copperhead. You eat all the good stuff, but you gotta eat some greens. A couple months ago, we noticed that he was starting to look a little skinny, so we increased him to a daily feeder. We give him a little salad with some treats every day. Then I weighed him last week, and he lost more weight. And you know, he eats well. He's behaving fine, but he's dropping weight, and his hips are starting to show. You can see that, he's like really sunken in the rear of his abdomen here. That means he's losing a little bit of his muscle. That's where it becomes really concerning. So we're gonna take him up and get a full workup done on him. You know, I'm pretty worried about him. I mean, in my experience, when you have an older animal who is losing weight while eating more, it is typically not a great outcome. Boss, we'll get you up, man. We'll get you up to animal health, and I'm sure we'll be able to figure out what the heck's going on. We'll leave this salad for the rest of the day so he can come and pick at it as he wants. I think he's full at the moment. He's gonna go off and mess with some of the ladies. Oh no, he's gonna flirt with people outside. He's head bobbing to guests outside. So like, this is normal behavior. This is fine.
I am down in Florida, and that is where the Columbus Zoo's 10 sea lions are. We're at a temporary facility while our incredible habitat is being built.
Ready to go to Columbus? Yeah, me too.
We're getting these animals ready to transport home.
Hi, guys. Hi, Susie. Hey, Susie.
How are you?
Good.
Hey. Pablo, Jormy. This is the crew that is living down there right now, training these animals daily, and we'll be bringing them home. I'd like to see where we're at, because we're pretty close.
Yeah. Good boy.
So I'm Pablo Jury, and I'm the director of the Pinniped department in the Columbus Zoo.
Oh, hi, big boy.
Good boy.
What a big boy. Boy, Pablo, he looks great.
Yes, he is.
Pablo has many, many years of experience with pinnipeds. And after meeting him, I knew he was the guy to lead the team. There was one little glitch. He was from France.
So you remember Toby? He was not.
He was a little bit aggressive.
You will see him now.
He really put his fate into my hands, and we worked together and got him here, which is fantastic.
Do you want red, white, and blue, America?
America.
And France. What are French? Are
And
they?
France.
French flag.
Oui, oui.
Look.
Good.
Water. Good.
Will she go in there at all?
She start to go in the crate.
Outside.
We did a lot of crate training with the animal because we want them to be really comfortable during the transport. So we want them to be used to stay in a crate.
Columbia. Great. Good.
So when we ask a young female to follow us in a crate, she will follow us in a crate because she knows that it will be positive, it will be fun, it will be a lot of fish, she will receive kisses.
What do you think?
I'm amazed. You guys have you've done an amazing job.
Great. Good.
So the cue for the
That's
crate,
great.
it's that. Because
Okay.
we want to go home and Columbus is in our heart.
Oh. Hi, Andy boy. Bubbo. Bodega means the world to me. You can tell age, got a lot of gray in him, and he's 24 years old. He's our gentle giant. Bodega has been from facility to facility to facility. So it's kind of been my mission to bring Bodega home.
You teddy bear?
In the past year, Bodega has overcome a lot. He was blind. We performed cataract surgery on him, so now he can see. Then after that, he became paralyzed in his back flippers. And through a lot of work with the team, he now has feeling back in his back flippers. He's the gentle giant here, and I want him to, oh, thank you, Bobo. Getting a sea lion kiss is very special.
Oh, he's really getting in that hair, Suze.
New hairstyle. But getting one from Bodega is really special. It just brings me so much joy to see how well everybody is doing. Hey, guys, I am blown away. I think we could go today.
We're ready.
Let's go.
You guys have done an amazing job. There's no doubt in my mind transport will be a breeze. Next time I'm down there, we are loading up and we are coming home.
Good.
Oh my gosh. Anyone want some oats?
Right. It's a perfect Loris-sized container.
Yeah, they do work really well.
Munster is one of our pygmy slow lorises. He's our breeding male. So Munster's had a really long history of dental disease and abscesses on his face. He did have an extraction procedure recently, and it's now been a week post-procedure, and his face has gotten worse instead of better. So today we've decided we're gonna take Munster up to the hospital to do a CT scan on him. Hopefully this will give us some answers to the issues that we've been observing in his day-to-day.
Ooh, I didn't like that.
No, he did not. Hi, Munster. Oh. Lorises are nocturnal with those huge eyes so that they can let in as much light as possible. One thing that everybody falls in love with are their huge eyes. They just have that idyllic, really cute face that when you think of cute, basically everybody in their mind pictures a Loris face. You just don't know what it is until you actually see it. He's got this, like, it almost looks like a pimple on his nose.
That's all it is, a pimple?
Well,
Wow, if I get to squeeze 2 abscesses in one day, it's gonna be a really good day.
you already get to squeeze one today?
Camel.
Oh,
This abscess is bigger than your whole patient.
Yeah. Don't get it on me.
Poor little face.
He just doesn't look comfortable. His face is swollen. I don't think he can see very well. His eyes kind of partially shut. We really want to help him feel better. We want to help him be a normal Loris, and we haven't been able to figure out how to do that quite yet.
Let's give him some gas to relax him more, and then we'll get a CT. The whole bridge of his nose is really hard.
Okay.
So my concern, Katrina, is that he shouldn't be swollen up from his dental procedure, that there's something else going on in there. I'm hoping it's just a sinus infection. I think he's ready to move to CT.
I feel like he's kind of been through a lot, and you just keep bringing him back and trying to keep figuring it out, and you just can't figure it out, so it's frustrating.
This tiny little head. Oh my gosh.
You need one of those mouse CTs.
Teeny tiny.
You can see the left side is completely solid. It's completely full of material. That's abnormal. You can see already here the bone is different. And there it's completely eroded away. The other possibility, looking at the CT, the amount of erosion in the bone is that it could be bone cancer in that area, and that's what's causing all the infection.
Buddy, let's warm you up, huh? Let's get you warm. And it's heartbreaking when you can't figure out how to make them normal, make them feel good. He really does have just such a sweet personality and such a good dad, and really does everything he's supposed to do.
Katrina, that left side is completely occluded. There's no air getting through there, and the bone is very abnormal. It looks lytic, like it's infected. The other possibility is it's lytic because it's a tumor.
Right.
He's ready to move to CT. So we have Munster in CT, and my initial impression is it could be bone cancer. You can see already here the bone is different, and there it's completely eroded away. Katrina, that left side is completely occluded. There's no air getting through there, and the bone is very abnormal. It looks lytic, like it's infected. The other possibility is it's lytic because it's a tumor.
Right. Okay.
So we're going to start him on antibiotics. These are going to be injectable.
Okay.
Let's at least start with that. We'll
Okay.
get the radiologist to look at this and see if he thinks it's an infection or what it is.
We're waiting for a radiologist to interpret the CT to get a better handle on exactly what we're dealing with. And until then, we're doing some injectable antibiotics with Munster. These are antibiotics we haven't used before, so we're hoping they have a different effect on this infection. Well, he's waking up when he sticks needles in him.
He said, ouch, stop poking me.
Oh, poor little man.
Little baby.
Yeah, this is how I hold them when they wake up. Because every single animal that we take care of, I'm gonna start crying, has a special place in our hearts. And he's been around for a while. He's just an awesome animal. There you are. Hello. I didn't really expect this. He's such a cool animal, and he has been. He's been one of the animals I've worked really closely with since I've been in the department, so he is really special. We're gonna fix him. We'll figure it out. Oh, Mr. Man. Let me see you. You wanna go back in here too? Cutest butt in the zoo. There you are. Good morning.
Hey, buddy. Your nose feel funny?
I kind of have mixed feelings about what we found. I mean, I'm glad we found something. I'm hoping that once we get this more information back, that we'll have a good plan going forward, and that we can finally get Munster to a spot where he's happy and healthy. All right, buddy.
Come here, Fatty. Hi. Hi. The most handsome bird in all the land.
Hi, bud.
Fluffy bird.
Oh, you're so cute, mister.
The Bowder's got something for you.
Here, take this one. Where's it go?
Over here, Petey.
Yeah.
Good bird. That's so
Too
good.
So our male spiny iguana boss has not been maintaining weight despite an increase in his diet. And so just getting a little concerned about him. So I'm gonna run him up to the vets and we're gonna do a workup on him.
All right, come here, buddy.
I hope that this is, if we find something, it's something treatable. Cancer's in the back of your mind, especially on this case. When you have an animal that's losing weight but eating more and is elderly, cancer is going to be, it's in the back of your head for sure. And he's become one of our favorites, and you know, he just doesn't give a crap about anything. Like he lets you do whatever you want, and he's a big sweetheart. Hello.
Good morning.
Got boss.
All right, good deal. Hey, buddy.
But I mean, like
Oh,
his
look how
hips are
thin
starting
it
to
is.
come out now.
Yeah, he's really thin.
This is with eating. He's eating every single day.
There's like nothing in there. I can actually see the bones in his tail protruding because he's lost so much muscle mass. He's basically a skeleton with the skin over it. Where are you going? You saw the needle, he's making a run for it. I'm pretty concerned for Boss. He looks like he's in pretty rough condition, and we don't have any idea yet what's going on. So we may find something that's going to be very serious. That was a hard part, buddy.
Ready for him?
Yep. There's nose up to that. We'll see if we can just cover him. We'll start with his CT because it's a good way to get a good head-to-toe evaluation of his organ systems. We're looking to see if there are any masses, any abnormalities. Does he have a tumor somewhere? What's that?
Boss, our black iguana, we took him up to get CT'd and try to get some diagnosis on him, to try to figure out why he's losing weight, why he's looking so skinny.
What's that? Or he could have kidney stones or bladder stones. I didn't feel anything back there, but when we look at the CT, in the back part of his abdomen, near his pelvis, there are several large masses, and it's not clear to me whether these masses are possibly stones in his bladder or possibly outside his bladder pushing on it. Let's see if we can see this bladder. The next thing we're going to do with Boss is an ultrasound. So this is the wall of the bladder here and around here. I think it's something in the wall of the bladder, which probably is not good.
So it looks like there's something abnormal there. He's going to send out some tests and see if we can find out what it is, if it's a mass.
If the radiologist agrees that there's a mass, the next thing would probably be surgery.
Okay.
See what the mass is and get a piece of it.
All right.
And we'll get a blood work and radiology report within a couple days by midweek, and then we can make a plan for him. So
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Well,
he's a good guy.
yeah.
Thanks for your cooperation, sir.
I hope it's nothing terrible.
I mean, the fact that, Randy saw something and that all signs are pointing it could be cancer, he's such an innocent little animal. You don't want anything to happen to him. I mean, Boss is old, but as far as iguanas go, he's not nearly at the upper echelon there. If it turns out that this is manageable and treatable, I mean, he could be around for years, and that's what we want. Cool, thanks, Randy. Well, wait to hear from you.
We'll be in touch.
Hi, Charles. How are you?
Good.
I'm so excited. Our tunnel has arrived, and we are going to put it in place at the new Adventure Cove, our new sea lion habitat. So this is a huge day. The bummer of the whole thing, I'm just way too busy to be there in person.
It's lifting it. Oh, gee.
Hey, Sean! What's going on? Oh my gosh, they're putting the tunnel in.
Yeah, it's going down right now.
Adventure Cove is going to be our new sea lion habitat. This is going to be Bodega's home for good. We also are going to have Jack Hannah's Animal Encounters Village, and that's all of our ambassador animals. So we could be talking about sea lions, we could be talking about birds, we could be talking about reptiles, all in the same encounter. It's going to be one of the most amazing exhibits any zoo has ever had. I am so excited. The guests will be able to walk through this glass tunnel, and you'll be able to see the sea lions 360 degrees. It's going to end up being one of the best habitats we've ever built here at the Columbus Zoo.
Oh, here we go.
Oh my gosh. Oh, please don't crack that thing.
Please tell me it fits.
Does it fit?
We'll find out here in a second. Whoa, look at that.
You know what? Surprisingly, watching it on video, I felt like I was there.
That guy better be careful.
Okay.
He gets chopped in half.
Something tells me they know what they're doing.
I don't know. Tell him to be careful.
Okay, be careful.
Oh, it looks like it's going down.
Yep.
It's going down. Oh my gosh, there it goes. Oh. Oh my gosh.
It's in!
Yeah! Very well.
This is a huge moment for our team.
It's rock and roll time.
Now that the tunnel's installed, the crew down in Florida can move forward and bring these animals home. The sooner, the better.
So, Sean, do you realize that the grand opening of Adventure Cove is happening right around my big birthday coming up?
My 21st birthday is coming up later this year, and what better way to celebrate than opening up this incredible habitat?
I sure hope everyone's ready to party.
Oh, Lord.
Hello. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
How's Munster this morning?
He's a little scared.
Yeah.
He looks good.
Hi, buddy. Oh, Nugget.
We're taking Munster in for another dental exam today. His face is still swollen, and I'm pretty worried because we still haven't figured out exactly what's going on. I can't be there with Munster today, so Fred's gonna take him up. He's in good hands, and Fred and Dr. Katie have told me they're gonna keep me really closely updated. They know how worried I am about Munster.
All right. Fred, do you want to grab him up? We're going to give him a little injection, and then we'll get him down the rest of the way with ISO. Munster's had dental issues for the last couple months. We've removed a bunch of his teeth. Last time Munster was looked at, he had a swelling. A CT was done to try and figure out what was causing that swelling. We sent that out to our radiologist for interpretation, and it came back as potentially a tooth root abscess. What that means is there's a little bit of a fragment of that canine tooth that when it was pulled stayed in, and the tissue around it became kind of inflamed and abscessed. However, it's not a slam dunk, absolutely this is what this is. Things that pop to mind are infection for other reasons or possibly a cancerous process. So we're gonna repeat some imaging today and have the veterinary dentist do an examination on him. I just need your booty, okay? You got him? All right, intraloris. I know, okay, he can go back in. We'll let him chill for a minute. This has been an ongoing thing for Munster, so Fred and Katrina and all of his caretakers are expectedly concerned. Katrina couldn't be here today, but she's seen Munster through most of this ordeal, so I'm gonna make sure that I'm keeping her closely updated along the way. Hi, baby. Hi, oh, he says I have a little bit of a grip. Hi, handsome. How are ya? All right, do you wanna help me get a little bit of ISO on him? I think he's not down enough to intubate. You can keep holding my hands though. So when we're intubating an animal, our goal is to get control of their airway. So we're putting a tube into the trachea so we can provide anesthetic gas and control their breathing. One of the biggest challenges of working with lorises, especially in their mouth, is how small they are. They are truly tiny creatures, 500 grams. That means that every part of them is small, including their airway. So when we try and intubate them, that makes it a little bit trickier. You're a good boy. No one move, no one breathe. You're a good boy. No one move, no one breathe. Okay, the stylet is in. Getting him intubated is a huge sigh of relief. So the fact that this was successful just means that the rest of the procedure is gonna be a little less stressful because we know we have that in place. You can disconnect that. We're gonna carry him separately. Come on, handsome man. Protect the tube. Our goal is really to figure out what that change in the CT was. So best case scenario, there is a retained tooth root. We find it, we take it out, it heals up beautifully. Worst case scenario is that those bony changes are something a little bit more concerning, like a cancerous process. Oh, he's so cute. He'll just look like a little baby monkey. Just like the tiniest human. Okay, good to go in. All right. We get a new CT and things look very similar to how they looked a month ago, which is why Dr. Burning's gonna come in to evaluate it. I have it lined up at the spot that this is what I think they were looking at last time.
You know, everything looks good through here.
Yep. Yeah,
all
this is where
those
you took all those
extractions.
teeth out.
Yeah,
That
that's
looks
right.
beautiful.
I think we do have some degree of periodontal disease, and you can see it's worse here. So this is bone loss around these teeth.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm happy to see what we have going on in here and maybe take a biopsy or see what else is happening. There's nothing that is an obvious tooth root, which is what I kind of suspected we would see.
It doesn't necessarily look like a straightforward tooth root. It looks like there may be some other changes, either from just chronic inflammation or other things we may need to be worried about. So she's actually gonna get in there and take a biopsy of it.
We'll send that stuff out and get an answer as far as, is this inflammatory?
Right.
Is this some type of infection, or, you know, see what we have going on, and then we'll have an idea of if we need to do anything else. I believe that I am finished.
Yay! While cancer is obviously the scariest thing that it could be, I think best case scenario is that by scraping it out and doing a long course of antibiotics, we may actually get resolution. At least we're heading in the right direction of getting an answer. There we go. Eyes open. Perfect. All right, he's good to go.
All right.
Thanks for bringing him up, Fred.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Yeah. Good girl.
Randy, what's up, man?
Got some of the results back on Boss.
Okay. We are trying to figure out why Boss is losing weight, why he's looking so skinny. We took him up to get CT. There was something that looked like it could be a mass around the bladder. He is really old, so we are concerned.
What looked like a mass to me, he said, it's just because Boss is so thin, that's his pelvis pushing up on his organ. So
Okay.
that's why I send things to a radiologist. I'm not a specialist. I thought there was a mass there. He said, no, that's just normal.
The fact that it isn't something, I mean, it is a relief. It's great. If it was cancer or something, it probably would not have turned out very well, given his age.
So we're back to having the thin iguana, nothing specific telling us what's wrong. Unfortunately, I can relate to that. As you get older, you start to slow down. Systems don't work as well as they used to, so that may just be where he is. So.
Okay. He actually did gain a little weight. I actually think he's improved a little bit, but I'll wait and see what you think. He's starting to show some of those age-related things that happens to everyone. It's coming for all of us. We'll start feeding him every day, making sure he's getting a lot of extra treats, kind of get some more fat into him, some more calories. But other than that, I mean, he seems to be okay.
We're going to take another blood sample, make sure everything's back to normal. Based on his physical exam and his condition, the results of his blood work, we're confident he'll make a complete recovery. All right, thank you, buddy. So we'll get the results back in a couple days, see if it tells us anything, but at this point, I think we're going to take it as a success.
All right, man. Back to the ladies. And Boss is such a unique animal for his species. We love him. I mean, for an iguana, he's so friendly. I love him to death down here, so it's a giant relief.
Ready to go to Columbus? Yeah, me too.
I am so excited. Our sea lions traveled from Florida last month. Now the animals are settled here at the Columbus Zoo. Look at that.
Are you ready for some laser therapy? Good. We'll take it as a yes.
Hi, handsome boy. You're so handsome. Oh, and he's got such great breath. To get Bodega back here, I wanted him to land at this incredible habitat. He struck gold coming to the Columbus Zoo. There he goes. Good. Maybe he doesn't want laser therapy. Bodega's getting a laser treatment today. We noticed a while ago that he had some paralysis in one of his back flippers. They say it's not uncommon for these older, big males. So we do cold laser therapy that helps mobility for him. We're gonna do whatever we can to make the rest of his life the best it can possibly be. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. Down. Good boy.
That's a good boy.
You good?
He doesn't always want to cooperate. I think the pool is rating higher than laser therapy. Uh-oh.
I'm ready.
He's not. He's getting ready to go. Yep, that worked really well.
We did it. Perfect. So we tried to do Bodega's laser, but he's not really focused. He decides, so we will not force him to do it. It's a cooperation in between the trainer and the animal, so that's fine.
Not going to force him to do anything he doesn't want to do.
Good.
Boy, he does look good, though, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Before we started the therapy, he could hardly use either one of his back flippers. He had no mobility in it whatsoever. By doing the cold laser therapy, it's successful. It's working.
Try it down.
Down. Try it.
Good boy. You're good.
It's increasing the blood flow. You see all this movement? It was not doing that.
I know. Can I do it?
Yeah. Always go down, never in the eye, or you can kill someone with that.
I can't kill somebody with it.
Doo-doo.
Doo-doo. Good. Good boy, you did it. Good job.
So he's using a little bit more to move.
Show it off.
Look at that.
That's good.
Movement. That's awesome. It's really cool to see him starting to get more and more mobility. You can even see him tap when we ask him to tap. You can see the flipper move.
That makes me happy.
Spin.
Look at you. Bodega's been through a lot. You know, being a 24-year-old sea lion, if he were in the wild, he probably would not still be alive. In fact, I'm sure he wouldn't be. To see him here at the Columbus Zoo is worth it all. There he goes. Boom. We're finally ready to open Adventure Cove. It's just so exciting. We're so close after so much work.
Let's go.
Hello. Just want to let you know, busy day ahead of us. We got a gorilla exam and some lion rechecks and some ostrich blood samples. You know, a lot going on. That's an understatement. Not only are we incredibly busy, but we're also in the middle of a global pandemic.
Hi.
Is that you? Who is that? Is that you?
Yeah, look at you.
Oh, my
Should I put you on?
That's so creepy. What?
It's ridiculous.
COVID's definitely challenged us in many different ways. It's been stressful, it's been scary, so it's always nice to have a good laugh. I literally look like a crazy person. Do I look like me? Look at the size of my nose!
Susie, the animal programs.
Go ahead, Susie.
Hey guys, I need everybody to report to the theater at Pinnipeds and AED, and I need all Pinniped staff, please. Thank you.
Tomorrow is the big day for us. We are opening Adventure Cove. You know, it's been a lot working through this pandemic, trying to open an exhibit, but we're gonna make it work. You've seen we made provisions in there to keep the public safe. That's the key. No matter what, I'm gonna be smiling under this mask. I know you can't see it, but it's just gonna be one big smile.
Susie, 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 Susie.
Our sea lion, our pinniped team, has been dependent on each other for everything. Their social life, their work life, their family life. They truly are like a family. Tomorrow is a very big day for all of us, and it has been an amazing journey. It's been a challenging journey. None of us would have seen this coming, that we'd be opening up this incredible habitat during a pandemic. And I believe this habitat is going to help this zoo get through this. I am so proud of each and every one of you. So tomorrow, let's open these gates. Let's let the guests in.
Here we go.
Today's our big day. We are opening Adventure Cove. I am excited for the guests to get to see these magnificent animals, the sea lions, the cheetahs, the toucans, and the bat-eared foxes. There's so much in this exhibit. This has been years in the making, and it started with one sea lion named Bodega. I would have done all of this just for him. He's here to stay. And the fact that he gets the most incredible sea lion exhibit in the world, it just melts my heart. Here we go. We're open. I'm so excited. I wish I could be here all day. There he goes. For those of you who don't know, this tunnel is the only one of its kind. There's no tunnel in the world where sea lions can go beneath you or above you. There they go. There they go. I love that. I see happy people, you know, getting to see these sea lions swimming over them and swimming under them and right in front of them. You guys are getting a good show.
It's a big, big day for the zoo today. We're opening Adventure Cove, but we have something bigger to celebrate. It's Susie's birthday, and I'm really excited about that. I have a good surprise for her today, and I think she's gonna love it.
Hey, Katie.
Hey, Katrina. I just wanted to share some pretty amazing news. So I just got Munster's results back, and it turns out that that area that we biopsied came back as just reactive tissue. So that means no cancer, which is fantastic. This is the best case scenario by far.
That's great news. He doesn't have cancer. This is the best thing we could have hoped for. So I'm so excited.
So overall, I think when we curated the bone tissue out to get the biopsy, that's exactly what we needed to do because it helped remove any of that infected or reactive tissue that was potentially still in there. So we got all of that out.
But I would expect him to have no issues from this moving on. And I think we just monitor him really closely, make sure he's eating well, do his routine annual checks.
But I think he's in the clear right now as far as this issue is concerned. So I'm really excited that this is the news I get to deliver to you today, and let me know if you have any questions.
Thanks, Katrina. Have a great rest of your day. Bye. I love when we get to have those moments with the curators where we share good news instead of bad news. And for Munster, this is definitely the best news that we could have hoped for.
Hey, Mindy, Munster got good news. She's super excited about Munster's news. It's been a recurring issue over and over, and I'm glad we finally figured out what was causing it. Give him a little relief, and hopefully he lives his best life from here on out. Many more years to come with Munster, and we're super excited for that news.
Okay, look at that. All right, this is like the equivalent of those fancy little flowers they put on top. Boom.
Yes.
Now we're talking.
Today it's a very exciting day because it's Banana 2-year-old birthday. And Banana is our first pup, so it's a special animal for us. And we want to celebrate his birthday. You.
Do you hear that?
Birthday
Woo!
to you.
It's your birthday, get it!
But it's not only Banana's birthday, it's also Susie's birthday.
There she is.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Well, I come down for Banana's birthday surprise, and the surprise wasn't just for Banana, it was for me.
you.
Good job, buddy. Water.
Banana was my first sea lion pup born. He was born when we were down at the holding facility in Florida.
He's 2.
Yeah.
And I'm 39. Wow. This is a big birthday for me, a huge birthday for me.
Why do you do this, silly boy?
Because you are special for me.
You guys are so special.
Happy birthday.
What's that? That doesn't happen to you, honey.
This sea lion team, we've been through a lot together. It's been a long process building this exhibit, which is so exciting, and it's been a lot of emotion. And here I am celebrating my birthday with our first baby sea lion ever born. It was the greatest birthday present ever. I mean, here I am tearing up again. I don't tear up. What's going on with me? 60 more years. Let's do it. My craziness is gonna keep y'all young. You know, it was such a wonderful gesture. It brought me to tears, but now everybody needs to get back to work. Fun's over. Now it's work time.